pardon us, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates, gamblers, college basketball fans, and everybody in between as my partner tries not to die on the right side of your screen. Welcome in, and as the great Reverend T.D. Jakes once said, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! We got college basketball to handicap. We got 149 games to get through, my friends. If you don't have the energy, that's all right. I got it on tap for you. I'll permeate it on over to my partner. I am your humble, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colton, Captain Colt Soroka. Can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by. Let's make a pit stop to that other side of the screen. Partner, how you doing over there, my friend?
Dude, I'm doing absolutely fantastic over here. Trying to not burn off my entire tongue over here. I did it. I did it last week. I did it so much worse just now, dude. Oh my god.
I saw you out of the corner of my eye, and I was wondering if that's what you did.
I mean, we're Cup of Joe on campus. We're hyped. I was hyped there for that song, as I am every single week.
Yes.
And, trying to throw back the coffee a little too hard. I got 2 cups. One that's been, I've been working on for about a half an hour. That's not cold at all. One that I just poured into this Yeti. So that
hot.
kind of scorched the old mind a little bit. But, a little shock to the system. Here I am.
Hey, burn the hairs off your tongue. Nothing you won't be better by the time you're married. You'll be all right, my man. I promise. Feels like you won't be right now, but hey, no problems. My man. Holy cow. I'm sure you got up this morning, started scrolling through the board, said, what the fuck do we got going on? I don't know about you, but this, in my opinion, is one of the hardest college basketball Saturdays that there has been to cap, period. Some of the toughest games, the toughest spreads, the toughest totals. And I got 7 picks coming out, and I had to be very, very, very selective. I got a sheet filled with shit that I didn't take in only 7 picks. So I'm feeling another solid Saturday. I don't want to knock on wood, a little 7-0 clean sweep, but I'm feeling another solid day. Partner, how many you got coming off of your side of the screen?
I believe as of right now, I share similar opinions as you as far as the difficulty of today, man. I've got 4 locked in right now. I've got about a half a dozen with question marks that I'm pretty severely leaning on that I'm happy to talk about. I've had a few of the bigger ones that I've been thinking about for a few days, though, and I'm actually bringing some of the bigger matchups to the table today, and I feel pretty good about them. So
really,
we'll see.
I avoided all of them altogether because I think that's going to be cash cow. Those are the ones that are the easy to look at real fast. Grab those lines. Yep, that should be good. And that's what I was seeing last night. So I am all mid-major, all under the radar shit today. So without further ado, before we dive into it, partner, any late breaking news? No, it wasn't the greatest on the books on your side of the world yesterday, but we did cash the Friday 4-pack parlay, my friend, so it ended up being just fine either way.
I was going to say, with that, I went in the green, had some nice player prop action last night. Went 0-2 as far as my best bets of the day. But yeah, outside of the best bets, which I never like doing, went pretty solid outside of that.
Sure enough, I ended up going 3-1 myself on my 4 of the day. So your boy is seeing the old college basketball board. So I'm ready to rock and roll. We got plenty to get through. There's your 5-minute intro. You know what the hell's coming up.
Is my tongue burnt?
It kind of looks like it, yeah. About as red as your shirt. Shout out to all of the brewskis, the brew crew jumping in this morning. I shouted them out this morning in the chat. I said, hey, anybody wants to jump in, learn a little bit about college basketball, come on in, show off your brew too. Maybe we get some motherfuckers to mint live on the show. Who knows? But what I do know is we got all types of college basketball coming your way. So without further ado, my friends, you'll see it in the ticker as we add them up. But we'll have my picks, RMags picks, and then, we got a few crew ads along the way. We'll see what happens. But let's get it started. Today's slate kicks off, my friends, at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time with the SoCon matchup between the Mercer Bears and the Chattanooga Mocs. Partner, anything from you out of this matchup?
No, sir. I'm curious if you've got anything in this one.
No, I certainly don't. I really wanted to, but the Mocs laying 11 on their home hardwood. Just a wee bit too much, and that total holding at 136. That's a Mercer total, my friend. That is not a Chattanooga total, so I am very interested what happens in that game. But I'm going to stay away altogether, but if I'm leaning, I would take the points with Mercer.
Okay.
Next one up on tap. UNC Greensboro Spartans against the Furman Paladins. Another SoCon matchup. Partner, not your cup of tea, but I still ask you, anything from you?
No, sir, nothing for me.
Nothing for me either. Paladins laying 11. Once again, another SoCon favorite, laying 11 at home. Chattanooga and Furman are the top of the SoCon right now, if you guys didn't know. Another total, 129.5, holding pretty firm. This line in total are pretty damn similar in favor of the dogs here in these SoCon matchups. So if I'm leaning anywhere, I didn't hammer anything in, and I probably still won't. But if you want early action, I lean the plus 11 with Mercer and with UNC Greensboro. Okay. You see it on my hat. I had to rep for the boys. I had to get them up here today, my man. Even though we can't bet on them, come on. This is a huge matchup in Bloomington. Not the right Bloomington, I might add. Not where we have been spent 4 years of our lives at. The real Bloomington, Illinois. Not Bloomington, Indiana. That's some fugazi nonsense. We're talking about the Illinois Fighting Illini against the Indiana Hoosiers. Hoosiers laying 1.5 at home and total up from 135, currently at 137. Partner, this is kind of out of my wheelhouse. I've been staying way out of the Big Ten as of late. I know you've been pretty tapped in, even though you ain't been making a bunch of plays. What's the deal here?
Dude, I'm a little concerned about our Illini here. Obviously, you said it. We can't play it. If we could, I might be laying the points with the Hoosiers in this one, man. I said it on Jeff Dawson's show yesterday. If we saw the Illini as a 3 or less favorite, let alone a freaking underdog, you might be taking the Indiana Hoosiers. Hell yeah.
No. Superstitious. Get your mug in hand. I fucked up.
Hey, we haven't locked anything in.
We haven't locked anything in. Exactly why I said. So
I thought you were just saying you're a pothead over there.
No, I am a pothead 150% every day of the week and 10 times a day on Saturday and Sunday. But we are a very little stitious, so not superstitious. So to me, to you over there, partner, and all you beautiful people sipping the black elixir gods, you know the drill. Take your sip, and then, partner, carry on. I apologize to throw you off your train of thought.
No. Totally necessary. Necessary.
I just reached over for a sip. I said,
dude, I really fucked up my tongue on that first one. I'm not even lying.
I love it.
Okay, so yeah, if you heard me yesterday, I was saying yesterday on Jeff Dawson's show, if you saw the Illini as like a 3-point favorite or less, you should be looking at the Hoosiers, let alone an underdog, man. So I'm concerned about the Illini. I think this Indiana team, they're better than what, they're unranked right now, and I think that's a mistake. I think they're in that same company of that, top 6 teams in the Big Ten, but they can match up with Illinois and Purdue because of the size they have, man. So I actually, if I could, I might be laying the points with the Hoosiers in this one.
For sure. I would have to kind of tend to agree with you, but I want the old boys to win, and shout out my sister, too. Alexis, if you're tuning in anywhere, let's go. ILLINI. Let's fucking get it to the damn pay window. Next one up, partner. Whew. The Battle of Bedlam, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, Oklahoma State. Please tell me you decided to avoid this matchup.
I did. I had a lean in this one, partner. Good. I was interested to talk through it. You were just staying way the hell away, huh?
150%, but if I'm leaning anywhere, it's with the Cowboys laying the 2.5 on their home hardwood. It really, 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 really is, because what other reason do they need to be with them 3-8 against the number on their home hardwood? That just makes no sense, and it's only continued to tick up, and the Hoosiers have become more and more of a public favorite as we have, or a public dog rather, that we have ticked up here, moved on into the morning. So I don't know, man. I would lean minus the 2.5, but I have no interest in getting involved in that one whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I was actually leaning the other way, but for the reasons that you said, I stayed away. I mean, well, the reasons that I was interested, I thought it was kind of a dog for Oklahoma because both these teams have been struggling pretty similarly. And then you look over, and I personally believe Oklahoma is a lot better than Oklahoma State, 39th Ken Palm per compared to OK State's 62nd. But
he brought some stats in. He was really thinking about this.
I was ready to talk about it, dude. I was ready to talk because I do believe Oklahoma's a lot better. But for all the reasons you mentioned, that's what kept me away.
I do think Oklahoma's a lot better too. But this is in Bedlam, baby, and this is
100%, dude. 100%. It's gonna be a scrap.
And especially after Oklahoma State won the Battle of Bedlam in college football. Oklahoma State won it. So they already got the momentum. So, hey, baby. I don't know. Just a little something to think about there. So we'll keep it moving. Yeah, it's going to be a scrap and a half. I'm definitely going to tune into it regardless if I got action or not. Next one up, Robert Morris, Ooey Pooey. I don't even care to waste breath on that one. I am good.
Contender for worst of the day? Probably not going to be, but definitely in the conversation.
Top 5 for sure. Next one up, ACC matchup. Wake Forest going to Florida State playing the Noles. The Noles, 3-point home favorite. About the only place they've been able to do anything. They're 8-2 straight up at home, but 4-6 against the number. I don't back Wake Forest unless they're on their home hardwood, and I just I don't trust anything out of this matchup. Partner, you got anything?
No, it has dropped down to -2 though, partner, for FSU. FSU is go ahead. Sorry.
That might just be a little bit of buyback because it did open up at 1.5. So.
Yeah, no, much like you, I'm staying away. Both these two teams have just been too unpredictable. I would trust FSU more at home as opposed to Wake Forest if I'm going anywhere. But yeah, keep me out of it for sure.
150%. I agree with you there. Next one up on tap. Boy, oh boy, partner. This was my back and forth. Holy shit, I want to get involved, but just can't do it. The Johnnies, St. John's, going to Butler to play the Bulldogs. St. John's laying 2.5 on the road. That is where I was leaning. It was -2 last night. I think it's gained the hook just to get more public buy-in. Why are the Johnnies that short of a favorite against Butler, who the wheels have completely fallen off? I mean, outside of Georgetown in the Big East, there is no worse team for crying out loud right now. And the Johnnies are only laying a bucket on the road. That's horseshit to me. And what I think everybody's going to look at, they're 5-2 against the number on the road, but they're 2-5 straight up. And I think everybody's going to look at that ATS number and not really realize that Butler's 8-4 on their home hardwoods. So, I don't know. What's your thoughts?
I was going to say, so I echo most of what you're saying. I'm staying away. All I was going to say is on FanDuel, everyone else has it at 2. FanDuel dropped it down to 1, my man. How can you not? If I didn't like the Johnnies so much and I wasn't such a jaded bastard, hammer in the Bulldogs. I just can't do it myself, but hammer in the Bulldogs. That's the right side to play, 150%. Take all the points the books are willing to give you, and I bet they win that one outright. That line stinks to hell to me, but I can't play it. I can't play it just because. Every time we've backed Butler, it's just been so it's puke-worthy. Not even just bad, it's puke-worthy.
And I'm not going to mush them. I'm going to let them do their fucking thing, and I'm going to stay way the far away today. So that's what we're doing. Another Big East matchup, partner. Yeah. Gosh darn it. I went back and forth on this one. I went up and down. I went to the total. I went left, right, and center. I said, no, don't do it. Everybody's waking up after getting smacked in the mouth last night, losing half of their paychecks on games they didn't know nothing about. First game they see, UConn, Villanova. Oh, my gosh, Villanova laying 5 at home. We can get it back with the home favorite, can't we? I don't know. I mean, probably, but also UConn is a great bounce-back team, and the total is at 129.5, so we could see like a 65-65 type game here, an absolute shootout sweat, and it's just not one I'm trying to get involved in. And then right at the last 30 seconds, Villanova turns it up and busts a dog on UConn. So I'm way out of the boat on this one, partner. Anything from you?
Very similar thoughts, dude. The biggest thing that concerns me is the money splits, honestly. If it was closer to like 50-50 or even 60-40, I think I would have talked myself into Villanova. But it's looking like 80-90% of bets and money on Villanova, man. And the early window, some of these early window games, when you see that, those, I was talking with Jeff yesterday, those are some of the ones where you can at least be confident that that might be a trap. So I don't know if UConn, I have enough faith in UConn at Villanova, because when Villanova is on, they're on. But I'm out for now. I'm just out for now.
Yeah, Villanova's been a wagon lately, so I'm staying out too. Next couple we can skip on through here. LIU, Wagner, Fairleigh Dixon, Central Con State, and Vermont basketball. Very cool. Shout out, help me out, Mags.
Jake Marsh.
Jake Marsh. I always want to say Josh. Jake Marsh. Josh Marsh. Jake Marsh. Jake Marsh. Jake Marsh. Jake Marsh.
You got Josh.
All right, Jake Marsh. Shout out Jake Marsh and John Rothstein. Next one up. Okay, hey, you come around these parts for fucking picks, okay? You don't just come here to watch a couple of goobers talk about a couple of games here. You need some value every once in a while. So, hey, guess what? I got the value on the next game, my friend. Okay. Next one up on tap, we got the Samford Bulldogs and the Citadel Bulldogs. Okay. And you might look at me and say, Colt, are you really about to do what you have not done so far this year? Are you about to go back to your Citadel? And I said, boys, I pondered. I thought. I struggled, and I said, hell no. Why would I do that? Let's just get a sweat-free cash to get the day popping here. So we are calling this the SoCon Soul Sucker, as per usual, and we're going to the under. 156.5 in this matchup. Kind of surprised you there. Little bit too many points in this one, honestly, and I think Citadel, being a little bit of a brand name, if people are going to play anything on the total here, the public, it's going to be the over, and I think it's just a little bit too much. My line came out to 149.2, so we got about 7 points to work with. I love it. I don't see anything more than a 76-72 finish, mainly because both these teams are kind of struggling over their last 3 games. They're only together combining for 147.3 points per game, and points per game allowed 146.7. So we are coming way under that total set today in the last 3 games. Now, if we're looking historically, this total's spot on. But here, as of recently, it's not even close whatsoever. As we kind of near the end of the season, both these teams are really not getting the respect that they deserve on their lines either way. And I don't think this is going to be a crazy shootout. I really don't think this is going to be anything insane. I just think this is going to be a back-and-forth defensive struggle that is going to fly well under the total. I don't think this gets out of the 140s whatsoever. But you don't believe me? For the first time today, my friends, as per usual, Believe the trends. The under 9-3 the last 12 for Samford following an ATS win. 5-2 in their last 7 as a favorite. That's right, they are favored on the road in the Citadel today. Unders 5-1 in the Citadel's last 6 after allowing 100 or more in their previous game, so big rebound spot. 11-4 for the Bulldogs in their last 15 home games. 19-9 for Citadel's last 28 as a dog. 8-3 their last 11 as a home dog. The under 6-2 their last 8 Saturday games. In the last 5 meetings between these two teams, the under is 3-2. And this is the lowest damn total, I look back historically, since 2016. So you care to go ahead and take a gander. I'm talking about these things were in 170s, 180s region, my friend, and this one's down to 156. I think this one flies well under the total, my friends. First best bet coming from me. I'll put it in the ticker in a second, but the Samford Bulldogs against the Citadel Bulldogs, under 156.5.
I like it, my man. That historical trend. These bad boys have been up in the 160s, 170s. That's insane, dude. I like it. I mean, you look back just real quickly. Citadel has a couple over the last 5 in the 150s that both went under pretty easily as well. So I like it, my man. Did you have any leans as far as the spread goes?
Samford.
Okay.
But if I do lean Samford, then I'd love that under even more. So that would even that even more solidify the fact that because I really think if they come out and they shut down Citadel because right now they're 2-point favorites. If they shut down, they could beat them by 4, and that's a 76-72 game, and it stays well the fuck under. So there you go. There you have it. My first best bet of the day, my friends. Let's keep it moving. It's in the crawler now. Let's get after it, baby. SEC matchup. Tennessee Volunteers, South Carolina Gamecocks. Anything out of this matchup for you, good sir?
No, sir. If I'm leaning anywhere, though, I haven't watched them too much lately. It would be South Carolina. I saw Oddshark had it a lot closer than 7.5, partner. And South Carolina's been playing decent lately. I just have not watched enough of them. That's honestly been probably the one SEC team that's flown under my radar the most, if I'm being honest with you. Any leans from you on this one?
I think I would lean with the points at home with South Carolina. Right. The Vols have just kind of they haven't been bad by any means, but they've just been weird. 2-4 straight up on the road, and I think this is almost similar to the Johnny's situation. 4-2 against the number on the road. I think everybody's going to look at the ATS number and not really look at how they are straight up, 2-4 straight up on the road, and realize that South Carolina is 9-2 straight up on their home hardwood, and they've played some solid SEC opponents at home. So maybe taking the 7.5 isn't a bad look whatsoever. I actually hadn't looked into that too much. Let me write that down over here to the side on my little lean sheet.
Let me see if this helps us out at all. Already played ones about a month ago in Tennessee. Tennessee 15.5-point favorites, won by 20, 66-46. Now we're in South Carolina and it's 7.5.
So you're telling me South Carolina is worth 8 points? Nah, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
That's a little weird. Oh, okay. That's going to take a little bit of further investigation, my friends. Yeah. But right now, stay the hell away. It is too weird. Next one up. Was interested, but not over the moon. Fordham Rams against the St. Joe's Red Hawks, St. Joe's Hawks, Atlantic 10, A10. Nothing in that one from me. Nothing from you.
No, nothing for me. I know I saw Rothstein had it's nothing crazy. Someone from St. Joe's is out on this one. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't anyone significant. Only a 4-point per game score.
For sure. Next one up on tap. We can't bet on it, but if I'm leaning anywhere, I'd probably lean with the Nebraska Cornhuskers plus the 4.5 at home against the Northwestern Wildcats. Not to say the Cats haven't been solid, but they've been scuffling just a little bit here as of late. And now it's down to 3. Ooh.
Down to 3, yeah.
So I definitely would if you can get on it. It did open at 3.5, so steamed up a little bit to 4.5, and then now it looks like, hey, sharps are buying back down. We're going to stick this back in the dirt. So I'd buy into it before it gets any lower if you can, but obviously me and Tay Partner cannot bet on it ourselves. Next one up on tap. Was really interested in getting involved in this one, but a few too many points either way, I decided to look. Auburn Tigers, Georgia Bulldogs. Bulldogs 16.5 home dog. I mean, that just seems like the home dog of the day in the setup spot of the day. I don't know. The Tigers, since getting that number 1 ranking, they have showed no type of scoofling. CC Talking the Line podcast 2022. No type of bullshit out of the Tigers. And Bruce Pearl's got the boys buzzing. Let me tell you that. And he's dancing with the doggone fans and ripping brooms out of the crowd and sweeping. I mean, hey, the boys are buzzing down there in Auburn. And if I'm going anywhere, I'm laying the 16.5. But you know I don't lay double-digit chalk. What say you?
I'm honestly just out on this one completely. I personally feel like some type of not even a like straight up letdown. I personally feel
Make
like
me
Auburn's
feel
due for some.
way.
I personally feel like Auburn's due for some type of letdown. I don't know, but I'm not just betting on Georgia just because I think Auburn's due for one of these. Just Georgia sucks, man. Get me out of this one.
They do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. All right, we'll keep it moving. We won't waste much time on a few of these next matchups here. Not a whole bunch of value presenting itself here into the noon slate, into 1 o'clock. We got Bucknell at Lafayette. I'm good on that. Neither team worth a hot damn in this spot. Holy Cross at Army. Army has been a wagon at home. I would lean laying the 10 with Army, but Holy Cross can be the upset kids from time to time. Toledo, Eastern Michigan. Anything from you there, partner? I didn't like that matchup at all.
Sorry.
Nebraska, Omaha, and North Dakota. That matchup, that's top 5 for maybe the most disgusting on the entire slate.
Yeah.
Wanted to get involved with George Mason laying the 5, but I thought it was just a few too many points on the road, and I have no interest in putting my bankroll on LaSalle, who's already kicked me in the teeth once over the course of the last 2 weeks. UMass, Rhode Island, another A-10 matchup that should be interesting, but I think URI is the right side, laying 7 at home, but just when you start to think like, fuck UMass, I'm going to start fading them left, right, and center, then they end up covering a spread out of nowhere. Right. So forget that game per me. Davidson, G-Wash, A-10 matchup. George Washington, 9.5-point home dog. Davidson stays rolling, man, in my opinion. 7-1 straight up and against the number on the road, but 9.5 is just way too many points for me to lay, so I'm going to stay out of that one. Looks like actually maybe potential value add if you guys are thinking about something in this matchup. Total open 143.5 down to 140. So maybe a little bit of an underplay. Might not take that under 139, 138. Those 138.5s are pretty classic Davidson spreads that like to stay under. So something to think about there.
Okay.
Another A-10 matchup. Hell, this friggin' start to 1 o'clock in the A-10
Jeez,
for crying
dude,
out
I'm
loud.
like, I'm using an
app
action app as opposed to you, so I'm like trying to follow along. Like, well.
It's like we got so many damn A-10 games. Next one up, we got the Dayton Flyers going into St. Louis, playing my boys, the Billikens. I wanted to scoop up the 4 with Dayton. I can't lie to you. That really seemed like a spot that they are going to be pretty successful in. But also, the Billikens being 10-3 straight up, 8-4 against the number on their home hardwood, I really think they're going to be solid too. So
up to 5 in certain spots. Not everywhere, certain spots. Though.
And it did open up at 3.5. So, again, I like the points with the Flyers because they're such a good damn team. But the Billikens have been so good at home. So, too many question marks for me.
Should be a good one, though.
Yeah, baby, it should be a good 1.5. Next one up, a little SoCon action. Top team against two middle-of-the-pack teams, actually. ETSU and Wofford. Nothing from me there. If I'm leaning anywhere, I would scoop the points with ETSU because just Wofford has been basically it's a fade play at Wofford, and the fade plays have been kicking me square in the teeth, so I'm staying all the way away. Denver at North Dakota. Screw NDSU. Forever will have a place in my heart of malice for ripping out the Redbirds' title chances from underneath us. Screw the Bison. But still, screw them. 100% hold malice in my heart until the day they put me 6 feet under the ground. 150%. Buck the Feistin. Not just Buck Fradley, Buck the Feistin as well. Next one up, action matchup. Western Michigan at Ohio. Goodness gracious. Ohio laying 21 points on their home hardwood. Stay the hell away from that.
Contender for biggest ass kicking of the day?
Quite possibly. That you know what? That takes the cake. I don't even think you really need to discuss that one all too more. Jeez. Next one up, should be an ass kicking, but I don't know. Friggin' old Northeastern shows up from time to time. The Mavericks playing the Towson Tigers. Towson Tigers laying 5 on the road. 8-3 straight up, 10-1 against the number on the road for the Tigers. 4-6 straight up, 3-7 against the number on their home hardwood for the Northeastern Huskies. I don't know, man. This line seems a little bit too short for the difference in quality here, but I have no desire in putting my bankroll on Northeastern, so I'm staying way away, even though you know me and my Colonial boys.
Yeah, no thank you, dude. Wow.
Yeah, contender for one of the nastiest of the day as well. That's definitely finds itself in top 5. Next one up, a little trip back to the ACC. Louisville Cardinals against the Syracuse Orange. And, man, why do they have to make the line so big? Not that I was really going to get involved either way, but you make this a 2.5, 3.5. I'm thinking about getting involved with Cuse, but opening up at 6.5, sitting at 7 now, no way am I backing that. The old Orange have just been far too inconsistent to trust. I got nothing out of this one. I will kick it over to you by asking you this, partner. Do the Syracuse Orange make the tournament?
No. Hard no. Not enough good teams in the ACC to beat to like add to their resume. Honestly, like unless they can, they already lost to Duke. That's really the one team that's really a resume builder, right? So, and they're 11-11 straight up. So honestly, it's a hard no. And both these teams are 11-11, honestly. But yeah, man, I am so far out on both of these teams. Like unless you find the perfect matchup to fade or back Syracuse specifically,
and
like,
Louisville
just stay
too.
Away.
Both of them.
And Louisville. And I just with their coaching changes, I'm just staying way the hell away from them just in general right now, man. Because they're still hanging in these games to some degree. It's not like they're getting their ass kicked, but still, Scooflin.
Go ahead. Scooflin, CC Talking Line Podcast 2022. Oh, speaking of them old Buck and Fradley Braves, they're playing the Evansville Purple Aces today, going over to Indiana. Purple Aces catching 7.5 on their home hardwood, 5-2 against the number. If I'm playing anything, not just because I hate the Braves, give me the 7.5 with the Aces at home.
Sure, I'll agree with you. I was only saying, dude, I need about 10 different screens for this 1 o'clock slate, dude. I'm
telling you, there's all types of. I mean, there's all types of shit going on. Okay, so next one up on tap. Oh man, boys, I wanted to give you the value out of this one. I swear I did. I was so close. Now that I'm seeing shit shake out, I'm glad I didn't. USA against that Southern Alabama against Georgia State. Georgia State 3-point home favorite. 4-4 straight up, 1-4 against the number on their home hardwood. That got me down the track. Then I started looking, is USA really that good? 3-6 straight up, 5-4 against the number on the road. I don't know if I can trust them. And this total being at 141, I think it finishes right around the 135, 136 range. I don't know. I like Southern Alabama. I like the Jags plus the 3, but just as I think I can fade the old Panthers on their home hardwood because they're 1-4 ATS, that's when I get kicked in the mouth. So I said, fuck that. We're going to be all winners today. All winners today. We're staying out of this Sun Belt matchup. But I do have
100%.
two Sun Belt plays coming a little bit later.
For sure. 100%. This one just seems pretty damn tricky, dude. Toss up and a half.
Big time. Next one up. I don't know how I was able to look at this one and not take all the points with my boys, but James Madison Dukes going to Hofstra, the Pride, Colonial Athletic matchup. The Pride are laying 7.5 against James Madison on their home hardwood. Total of 154.5 from 155 at open. Very interesting to me, but I got nothing out of that one.
No, sir. Hofstra beat them by exactly 7 on their home hardwood as 2-point favorites. Now we're all the way up to 7.5. Interesting.
How you darn? Keep it mern. Nothing for me out of the Youngstown State and UIC game. That's University of Illinois Chicago Flames. That should be a nasty matchup. We should, dude. Right up the road. Next one up, Big 12. Iowa State Cyclones at the Texas Longhorns. Forget this. Another one. These lines. And he's going to it. He's going all the way to it. Okay, he is out of his absolute mind. I really hope he's not laying the chalk for you, boys. We'll see what he's got. Texas laying 8.5 at home. Total at 121.5. Partner, what say you?
You're calling me crazy. I don't care. I'm laying that damn chalk, dude. I'm out on Iowa State, especially here on the road, my man. And not to mention we're getting no. I love this bounce back spot after a tough environment for Texas and the way that we were talking about how they are starting to play. I'm still buying into that. And Iowa State getting 85% of bets and 95% of money on one of these early games at 1 o'clock here. Okay. Iowa State's offense is bad, especially on the road. Overall, they're 120th AOE. Defense is throughout the season been playing solid, but we've seen some regression here. And I personally just think Texas defense, the way we were talking about them, I don't think we were wrong, partner. I truly think we fell victim to Texas just going into one of the 5 best atmospheres that we've seen in the last decade of college basketball. So I think they've got some value, in my opinion, here on the road or at home. ISU 2-5 last 7 versus a team with a win percentage above 600. They are not the same team that we saw in December, my friends. I'm going the Longhorns. I'm hooking them, baby. -8.
Hook them all you want, my man. That is way too many points to be laying, even in a bounce-back spot. I fucking looked at that one, and that one is so gross. I don't want. Good luck, soldier. Fix bayonets.
Hey, we've seen some of these long spreads in ranked matchups where there's a ranked team as 7 to 8 point dogs this week, and the favorite's taking care of it too.
Key word in that sentence to me: week. We're on the weekend.
That's
I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate. Advocate for you. But hey, lay the points with the horns if you're feeling like hooking them down with my partner over there in where the hell's Texas University located?
Oh boy, I should know that. It's Austin.
Austin,
We
duh.
should both know that. That's Austin.
Duh. Austin, Texas. Duh. I was want to say Lubbock out of nowhere. So there you go. There you have it.
I know
All
it's
right.
Tech. Yeah.
So, my partner's got that Big 12 game under control. We'll skip over Maine and Binghamton and go right to the next Big 12 game that I just might have under control unless he's got to play out of it too. Look at the look on his fucking face. What do you got out of Texas Tech and West Virginia, my man?
I believe we have. I don't believe we are opposing on this one, partner. I believe you were on the total, correct?
Hmm?
I am on the spread. I am taking the I'm taking the Red Raiders, dude. Minus 4.5, as long as I can find it on my damn screen here. But I personally believe, I'll be honest, the low spread concerns me just a tiny bit, and I see a lot of people on West Virginia. But I personally believe that a lot of people are expecting some positive regression back to the mean for West Virginia. I personally believe they are cooked. I think they were out kicking their coverage through the first couple of months of the season. We kept hearing. Their defense was playing well, and we kept hearing it's not quite press Virginia, but their defense has still been playing well. And because it's not quite that full-fledged press Virginia, think that – what's that?
Has it? Has their defense really been playing that well?
That's what I'm saying, and now it's falling apart, and that's what I'm saying, partner. I think it's falling apart.
Talk about that.
I will let you talk about that in a second. I think it has fallen apart, and I think the Big 12 has figured it out, my man. And I think this Texas Tech team, despite what we were talking about them for a while, they're 3-1 ATS, their last 4 on the road. So their struggles of not scoring on the road have changed completely here as we get into February, my man. And West Virginia's offense, in my opinion, also not been terrible, but not enough to get them over this hump of Texas Tech, in my opinion. Texas Tech is going to be cruising through February, and I think they're going to smoke the Mountaineers on the road here tonight. I am going Texas Tech minus 4.5, dude.
I am not disagreeing with you whatsoever on that one. I do see the Mountaineers being a little bit of a public dog here today, but I think the best value today is on the total because more public bettors are going to be thinking, West Virginia's always so good defensively at home, and Texas Tech is always excellent defensively, so this one has to just go well under. Oh my gosh, 130? I bet you it doesn't go over 115. It's going to stay so far under. Au contraire, my friends. That is not how it's shaken out whatsoever, and I tell you, ran my line on this one, 136.7 we're getting. So we got 6.5 points to work with, 6.7 if you want to be technical, but who the hell cares? Plenty of room to work with is what I'm trying to tell you, and what really drew me to this is the last 3 overall, their averages for points per game and points per game allowed combined. Points per game for these two teams combined, 150.3, and points per game allowed, 146. Both of those well over this total of 130, and I think we clear the 130, no problem whatsoever. Honestly, you talked about it a little bit, partner. Seems like everybody does like West Virginia plus the 5.5. Now down to 4. It was 5.5 last night, down to 4.5 now. So there's a little something to think about. Either way, that's not in favor of you. Shit, I didn't fuck. I think that's. Hold on. Let me walk that back.
Hey,
fuck.
no, I truly
no. I got it.
Okay.
Let me walk it back. I think that is just the public dog being West Virginia. Shitloads of bets and money coming in on them. That's a classic book setup trap is what I'm trying to say. So I got your back. Don't worry. I got your back. Hey, you're on the right side. I still think you're on the right side. Either way, West Virginia's going to have to score to keep this close either way. And this is going to have to be back and forth. Ultimately, I see Texas Tech getting like a 78, 80 to 68, 70, somewhere in that ballpark. And I mean, we clear into the 150. Like, I think we clear well high 140s into the 150s. But I'm seeing another sweat-free cash on a total to kick off my second pick here. But you don't believe me. Believe the trends. The over's 4-2 in Texas Tech's last 6 overall. 4-1 in their last 5, following a straight-up win. 9-4 in their last 13 February games. West Virginia 6-0 to the over, their last 6 overall. 5-0 is the over in their last 5 Saturday games. 4-1 in their last 5 home games. 21-6, their last 27 as a dog. 5-0 their last 5 as a home dog. Over is 5-0 in their last 5 versus a Big 12 opponent. And the over is 6-0 in their last 6 following a straight-up loss. Not to mention, last 7 meetings between these two teams, the total's gone over 5 out of them bad boys. I love that trend to continue. Side with Mags, I'll put it in the ticker. He's got Texas Tech minus 4.5. I got the over. Love the value on this one. 130.5 for the over today.
I do like that one, dude. I do like that one quite a bit, honestly.
Let me edit this bad boy up here. Let's see. So we need Texas Tech versus. So what? You got a score prediction for this one, dude?
I maybe a 75-65 is kind of how I put it.
Okay.
Get up to what is that, 140?
140? A little 140, actually. Yeah, that's kind of what I see it, honestly.
I just don't see Texas Tech having issues offensively at all.
No, I don't either. So he's got Texas and he's got Texas Tech. Minus the 4.5, it's in there, and the crawler is now updated. All right, 2 totals for me, 1 under, 1 over. Max got 2 favorites, laying the wood to kick off the day. Let's keep it moving, keep it steaming. Oh, yeah, we don't need to stop for Merrimack and St. Francis, Pennsylvania. North Carolina A&T, Gardner-Webb, all good there. DePaul at Xavier, can't bet on it, but I think I would stay away even if I could. Xavier, 13.5-point home favorite. DePaul's been really sneaky, but 2-5 straight up and ATS on the road. So I don't think I can get in the boat with them on that in that situation at all.
No, sir. Only a 1-point game back a few weeks ago at DePaul, I believe, 68-67. Xavier was 9-point favorites. Now they're up to 13.5 at home, man. So I don't know. I would stay way the hell away, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Grabbing my second cup. Pardon me.
For sure.
Oh, pardon me. Chug.
We're still on this bad one.
That was a lot. That was just straight fucking engage caffeine. All right, next one up. Can you tell I've had about 6 of them already this morning? Yes, I have. Next one up on tap. ACC matchup. We got Clemson Tigers going into the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Jackets, 2.5-point home dog. Just when you think you can back them in this spot, they kick you in the teeth again. 2-10-1 against the number for the Jackets. Partner, anything from you in this one?
No, sir. You know how I feel about Clemson. I was thinking about it, but I just some of these ACC matchups. I do have one ACC matchup today, but a lot of these, man, it's no good for me.
I solidified it, man. I'm pretty sure for the rest of the year, no ACC, no Pac-12 for me. I mean, I
got one today that I
kind of thought, man, if I didn't see value today, I'm like, theoretically, like, where the hell is there going to be value? Because, like, now the top of the conference is, like, the top of the conference now. The middle of the pack, we talked about it, the Wake Forest, the Louisvilles, the Syracuses, now the Clemsons. Like, how do you value them? So, I think it's the same for the Pac-12, too. So, I like where your head's at. I'm going to stay away from these for the foreseeable future.
You're right. I guess what I would say is Clemson, I don't think they're a tournament team, but if they can string some wins together, they should have that type of desperation still where their season's still alive. But outside of that, I don't see anything else.
No, I don't either. Next one up, AAC matchup, not ACC, the AAC. Tulsa at Temple. Temple laying 3.5 on their home hardwood. Tulsa has yet to win a game on the road in all 6 appearances in 2021 and 22. Temple 7-3 straight up on their home hardwood, 6-4 against the number. You be the judge if that 3.5 is a little overvalued or not, because I ain't got to play out of this one. Do you, partner?
No, sir. Nothing on me.
Nah, me neither. I think I would lean laying the 3.5, though, in all honesty, if you guys do want some value out of this one or if you were looking at this game. The Boston Dam University Terriers against the Lehigh Mountain Hawks, one of my favorites outside of the Skyhawks. I don't know why the Mountain Hawks and the Skyhawks are 2 of my favorite college mascots, but I love the Skyhawks and the Mountain Hawks. But nothing out of that one for me. Big Ten matchup. Michigan Wolverines at the Purdue Boilermakers. Nothing for you there. I was kind of hoping you might have something, but I think the 9, in my opinion, I'll kick it over to you, but in my opinion, the 9's just a little bit too much to lay on the road, especially with the total dropping down to 146 from 148 at open. Am I crazy?
No, I mean, for me, it's really, do you think Michigan's dead or not? If you don't think they're dead, then you should be interested in the 9. I personally I see this. If I jump in on Purdue, Michigan's going to be alive finally, or if I back Michigan, Purdue's going to win by 30. So I'm so far out on this one. They're just too sporadic, man.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, for sure. And I guess it's kind of like make or break for Michigan in this one, man. Like, they're 11-8
100%.
straight up. Like, if they don't win
100%.
this, like, they might not make the tournament, man. Like, pretty easily. So, yikes! It might be something to think about, but I'm staying away from that one too. Too much going on. East Carolina at Tulane. Tulane, the Green Wave, laying 7.5 on their home hardwood. No real interest in that one for me, to tell you the truth. East Carolina, 7.5 point dogs on the road. They have yet to win a game on the road, and they've only played 4 this whole season, so I'm good. We'll kick up the pace a little bit here because I got nothing else for the little bit of time here. UTEP at Rice. Nothing for you there, partner, I'm guessing.
No, sir.
UL Monroe at Arkansas Little Rock. After Arkansas Little Rock kicked us in the teeth this week, I am not going back to them. Dixie State at Stephen F. Austin. Way too many points. No interest there. ACC matchup. I wonder if this is the matchup he's going to. Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the North Carolina State Wolfpack. Me neither. If I lean anywhere, I do lean to Notre Dame just because of they've been playing the upset kids. But this pick'em was a little bit weird. I think it's a shootout and a half. 144 is the total, so we might see like a 80-80 right down the stretch type of game, and I think this one flies way over for sure. But I'm going to stay out of that one because it always could go under 2. Next one up, Alabama State at Grambling. Nothing for you, Mr. Swaction?
No, sir. Didn't see anything there.
All right. Well, me being Mr. Waction, I got something out of the next matchup. What you know about that? A little bit of mid-major king action for you here going on.
Okay.
We got the Utah Valley Wolverines against the Sam Houston State Bearcats. That is Bearcats with a C, or Bearcats with a K, not with a C, like the ones of Binghamton. Binghamton is with a C. Bearcats with a K is of Sam Houston State. Now, if you followed along on the show, you see me bet Utah Valley State a lot. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back real quick. My second, that over, the 130, that's the Big 12 book buster, okay? We got to keep things going. Big 12 book buster. This one, the whack attacker. It's the whack attacker, baby. Now, you've seen me on the show on Talking the Line Pod, talk a lot about the Utah Valley Wolverines. And I hate to say it, but I just don't think they have the juice left in the tank whatsoever, and they have turned into this public darling, and I just don't think it is worthy. I'm taking the Bearcats with a K, -2.5 to continue to roll on their home hardwood. This line movement is really what got me down the track. It opened up -1 in favor of Sam Houston, up to 3 last night, and now it's holding pretty firm around 2.5 across the market. Some places got it at 2, but I think it's just literally the public buying into that persona of, oh, Utah Valley State is still really good. And no, they're fucking not whatsoever. But you don't believe me, just continue listening. I want to say Seton Hall, I got it SH. It's Sam Houston, 9-1 straight up, 5-2 against the number on their home hardwood. They are not overvalued here today whatsoever. 9-2 straight up in WAC play, and pretty much they have to win convincingly today if they want to continue to roll. So I love that here. And again, Utah Valley, that public darling, 4-6 straight up, 5-5 against the number on the road, inconsistent at best. I don't care that it's only a bucket spread. I don't think they cover it because they're 5-4 straight up in WAC play. And if Sam Houston lets a middle-of-the-pack team in the WAC right now hold a candle to them, goodbye to any potential, maybe potential. This is an under-the-radar tournament team right now, my friends. Like, if you watch the Bearcats, they are a damn good little squad, and if they get to moving, get to grooving, especially owning the WAC, they might have a shot. They cannot let Utah Valley come in here and fuck with them at all, and I don't think they do. Both of these teams really depend on the 3-ball to get the offense going, and that's something that old Sam Houston State has been able to defend well on their home hardwood. I'm looking at the defense here as the key factor. 25% allowed from beyond the arc for the Bearcats, 30.8% allowed for the Wolverines on the road. Their last 3 average, the Wolverines are allowing 29.5 from beyond the arc, 24.1% for the Bearcats. So any little edge you can find in these. And speaking of defense, Sam Houston State is allowing 59.3 points per game at home, 66.3 points per game over their last 3, and for Utah Valley, 69.4 points per game allowed on the road, 68.7 over their last 3. I think I keep wanting to say Seton Hall. I should have fucking not abbreviated it like this. I had it SH. So Sam Houston, I think that defense absolutely steps up at home. Their defense leads the offense because they are 198th in offensive turnover percent and 107th in defensive turnover percent. Simple comparison to Utah Valley, 331st offensively in turnovers and 299th defensively per KenPom. But you don't believe me on all that stuff, my friends. Just believe the cold, hard trends. Utah Valley, 2-5 against the number, last 7 overall. They are not a good ball squad right now against the number, my friends. 4-10 ATS last 14 Saturday games. 1-4 ATS last 5 following a straight-up loss. 1-4 ATS last 5 as a dog. And Sam Houston, 7-1 ATS last 8 overall, continuing to be a wagon. 5-1 against the number, last 6 as a favorite. 4-0 against the number, last 4 home games. 8-3 against the number, last 11 as a home favorite. 8-3 ATS last 11 Saturday games. 5-1 ATS last 6 following a straight up win. And 7-1 against the number, their last 8 versus a WAC opponent. The Bearcats continue to roll today, my friends. Don't buy into the public darling of Utah Valley. Lay the wood with confidence. The Bearcats with a K, -2.5.
I like it, my man. I don't understand why they aren't the darlings, my man. They're cashing tickets left and right.
They're good as fuck. They're good as fuck. And they just, I don't know. So I'm gonna say SHST. So that is Sam Houston State. I just going through this shit, I kept wanting to say fucking Seton Hall.
K, I don't know.
Yeah, Cats with a K. Yeah, Cats with a K. That's -2.5. Okay, there we go. There we have it. It's in the crawler. Okay, let's keep it moving, keep it grooving, partner pal. Next one up here, Michigan State Spartans. I'm telling you, this might be the setup line of the fucking day. I can't do it. I can't do it, Mags. Rutgers playing the Michigan State Spartans. 2 points. 2 point home dogs, my friend. What the hell is going on? Big Ten homer himself.
I mean, how is this not the setup spot of the day, right? I mean, I can't look you in the eyes and tell you with confidence that I trust Rutgers in this spot at all, man. What is this, 3 o'clock, right? I would be interested in waiting until about 2 o'clock and seeing if Rutgers becomes a massive public dog or if all of the money floods to Michigan State. And then I think I might play something confidently. But until then, man, I don't trust Rutgers as far as I can throw them, man. Go ahead.
Me neither. And I think your deduction there, what's really going to bank on who gets the money is how well the public does here from the 11 to 1 o'clock slate. If they cash some of these big boys, then they're going to Michigan State, and Rutgers is the setup line of the day. If they don't, then they're going to Rutgers. I think they're still going to Michigan State again. I think either way, they're still going to Michigan State. I think either way, now that I talk through it, I think either way they're going to Michigan State. And I think Rutgers is the setup line of the day. I don't know. Call me crazy.
I don't know. They split last year, dude. I think it's sometimes Action has their like home where the teams played if you're looking at head-to-head. But Rutgers split last year, beat them 167-37. I don't know. Maybe it's a weird spot to travel to from Michigan State.
You said 67-37?
Yeah.
Okay. I sorry. I thought you said beat them 167-37. You said beat them in 167-37.
Yeah,
I was like 167-37,
right? 37
Holy
points.
Shit! Like no way. What'd they do, dude? Like what did I miss? Okay, so hey. 10-2 straight up on their home hardwood, and they're catching points. Give me the Scarlet Knights. Fuck it. I'm gonna wait till probably about 2:30 to hammer it in, but give me the Scarlet Knights plus the 2. That's horseshit. That's horseshit all the way. Especially after Michigan State's been rolling. Give me a break.
It was down at 1.5 for a minute before we started the show too.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So that's another one. Kind of goes up there in the old South Carolina bucket plus 7.5. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Something there. Okay, keep it moving, keep it grooving. I think we've gone to the well one too many times, and I got no interest in fading the sons of bitches. Ole Miss, Florida laying 8.5 on their home hardwood. It's really, 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 really surprises me because they don't really have anybody to defend down low still, and like I don't know. I don't care to deduct it. I'm out. I'm out all the way. I'm out on this one. I don't care.
Like you said, my eyes kind of lit up a little. My eyes lit up a little too hard when I saw this one for Ole Miss, man. And like you said, I think we've gone to the well too many times. You just can't put enough trust in Ole Miss on the road in this spot. I don't think.
No, I don't think
and Florida's
so.
been doing goofy shit in this type of spot where it's like it's a good game for 37 minutes and then all of a sudden weird tip off out of bounds. Crazy luck factor, dude. Ugh, no thanks.
Yeah. Then they all of a sudden they can't cover a twin-size bed with a king-size blanket. I mean, they're just ridiculous. Stay out of it. Stay out of it, kids. Don't do it. Stay out of it. Do not take the 8.5 with the damn Ole Miss Rebs. It's set up, but I don't have faith in the Gators.
No.
We'll skip Charleston at Elon. Don't go to Elon. Just don't. That was a one-off against UNCW. I'm already seeing people losing their fucking minds about Elon catching another 3.5 at home. It's a setup. Charleston's a much better team. Stay away. Just stay away from that game. Just don't do it. Hey, Missouri at Texas A&M. I throw your money out the window if you want. Missouri at Texas A&M. SEC matchup. I'm out of this one. I got no opinion at all.
Yeah, same with me. Texas A&M, I think they win. They just haven't covered these types of spreads, but you just don't trust Mizzou on the road. This is the type of spot. What was it? Iowa State last week we backed Mizzou, and it's just they did not travel well, and that's kind of what I expect again today. But I don't trust A&M in the same spot.
No, they don't travel well at all. A&M plays great on their home hardwood, but A&M can't cover shit on their home hardwood, so that's way too many points. I say stay out as well. Another A10 matchup. It's A10 Saturdays here, apparently. The Dukes. It's a great day to be a Duke of Duquesne playing VCU. Nothing out of that one for me, partner.
Yeah, nothing for me as well.
Okay. Quite potentially the nastiest game on tap, the UNC Wilmington Seahawks against the William and Mary Tribe. Tribe getting 5.5 points at home. I am so far out of that one. I'm done. I'm good. Don't even care to talk about it anymore.
Yeah, no thanks.
Next one up, the Albany Great Danes at the Hartford Hawks. Nothing out of that one for me.
No, sir.
Troy Trojans at the Georgia Southern Eagles. I like the Troy Trojans on the road, but I think we went to the well 2 days ago, and they cashed that, and the board bender parlay didn't cash, so I'm going to stay away as to not piss off the gambling gods.
Fair enough.
Next one up on tap, UC San Diego, UC Santa Barbara. Gauchos against the Tritons. Nothing for me in that one.
Nope.
Jacksonville at Jacksonville State. The Dolphins against the Gamecocks. If I'm leaning anywhere, I'm taking the 7.5 with the Dolphins, but I'm good. I'm out on that one.
Yeah, same here.
Oh. Hold on, I'm going to sound like a broken record really quick, okay? I'm going to sound like a broken fucking record. Okay. I'm going to say shit that I have said about 10 times on this show, about 15 times shout out on Jeff Dawson's show, about 12 times on Talking the Line podcast. I'm putting the needle back down, and it's going to... because I am going to sound broken. I'm telling you, I'm going to the doggone matchup between the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders and the UAB Blazers, my friends. And we are once again, partner knows where the hell we're going. The books are out of their fucking minds. We're taking Middle Tennessee plus the 11. Yes, I understand UAB is a solid Conference USA team, but this is the Conference USA crusher, and the books are going to be crippled after we get through with them and this play. Pretty much... shit, here we go again, my friends. It is the same exact fucking shit. 14-6 straight up, 13-3-2 against the number, 3-6 straight up on the road, but 6-2-1 against the number, 5-2 straight up in Conference USA. I've said it 15 fucking times. They've built this team to be able to compete in Conference USA. They're still in first place and solidifying that fact. 4-2 against the number, their last 6 overall, and catching 11 points. Okie dokie artichoke. UAB, 12-1 straight up, 8-3 against the number at home, but... they haven't played anybody. They played nobody. They played zero competition that has had the defensive prowess that Middle Tennessee has. And I think the old Blazers come out a little lackluster here Saturday morning, get smacked in the mouth, or Saturday afternoon, either way, get smacked in the mouth. They might be 7-2 straight up in Conference USA, but that's good for second place, my friend. And this game has a lot riding on it. I put it a lot closer to a pick'em. No more than a bucket. So if you're going to give me 11 points with the Blue Raiders, especially with the people not really knowing much about the Blue Raiders and not backing them on this beautiful streak they've been on, give me all of that. But you don't believe me, my friends. Believe the trends. Middle Tennessee, 3-0-1 against the number. Last 4 is a road dog. 7-1-1 ATS, their last 9 following an ATS win. 7-2 ATS, their last 9 following a straight-up win. 5-1 ATS, their last 6 Saturday games. And 5-1 against the number, their last 6 versus a Conference USA opponent. It's way too many damn freaking points in this one, my friends. I know I sound like a broken record, but when shit cashes, it cashes. Third play of the day, I'll put it in the crawler. Fourth play, Middle Tennessee, plus 11.
How do you not?
That's what I'm saying. It was like Air Force. It's like Air Force. They did. And guess what? Fucking the books finally wisened up today. Guess what Air Force is at? A fucking 1-point favorite pick'em. They finally wisened up. And this is 2 teams, Middle Tennessee and Air Force, and they just do not wisen up. So Middle Tennessee plus 11, get out of Dodge, and they might even be worth the money line sprinkle to me, my friends, with this being for first and second place in the Conference USA.
475, something like there.
I mean, come on. It's got to be worth a little bit of a sprinkle. So maybe we do a little bit. I'm going to write that down. MTML. We'll see. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, fuck. Hold up. Oh, fuck. Okay.
That's all right.
Excuse me.
That's
Should be good.
Coffee, baby.
Woo! That's what happens when you get through them coffees here this morning. All right. Biscuits and mustard. Shout out Sling Blade. You just a boy. You had no talk like that. Next one up, Austin P at Morehead State. It's always good to get Morehead, but I got no interest in getting involved in this one.
No, sir. I believe. Sorry to cut you off. I believe Morehead almost messed around and lost to Tennessee Tech the other night. Did you see that one, dude? I ended up winning by 7, but it was like a 2-point game. It was like one of those like weird like 3 in the afternoon games, popped it on because I saw somebody. I think it went to overtime if I'm not wrong.
No shit. Well, how about that action? Okay.
Anyway.
And maybe think about taking the 11.5 with the Austin P.O. Governors there. Who knows? Next one up, Washington State Cougars at the California Bears. Told you, I'm staying out of Pac-12. I got nothing. Nothing from you, partner?
No, this might be the hardest stay away in the Pac-12 that you could give us, right?
Big time.
Good grief.
Big time, dude. Conference USA matchup, Marshall at Charlotte. Charlotte just chapped my ass so hard at a +2.5. And it's because I told you I got a mush, partner. I got a mush, and I've targeted him. I got a mush and a half. I mean mush. It's terrible. Yeah. It's bad. I went back and I looked at a lot of them, and I mean, young lady, you need to quit the shit. I'm done with it. I'm done with it. But I will say, if I'm leaning anywhere, I would lay the 2.5 with Charlotte. We were lining up on Charlotte plus the 2 is why I said that. But I think rightfully so, Charlotte is favored here. Marshall 1-8 straight up and against the number on the road. But just get a brutal beat for me in the last one. I mean, 2-point home dogs, and they got absolutely crushed. I can't go back.
I think you need a day off.
Yeah,
I think you need a day off.
I can't. They're the right side, but I just can't go back to them. So there you go. Maryland Eastern Shore against the Howard Bison. Make sure I don't miss the homecoming at Howard, Hawaii to D.C. Plenty women for me, so if your ass don't show up, them more women for me. Hey! No,
Taking Howard?
No fans of no, I'm not. I just I've always missed the opportunity to the fancy cars, the women in the caviar, because he sings about old Ludacris sings about Howard University and pimping all over the world. Yeah, he's like making sure I don't miss the homecoming at Howard, Hawaii to DC. So and then I found out he's fucking a Howard alumnus, I think, or something, or something I don't fucking know. Either way. There you go. There you have it. Because I'm pretty sure Howard is in a HBCU.
Yeah, 100%.
So there you go. Bingo, bango, zingo, zango. I think we're connecting dots, pal. So there's a rabbit hole for you. Next one up. Ooh, because I just love to say it. The University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley Vaqueros going up against the Abilene Christians. Scratch some cats. I'm out on that one. I got nothing. Anything from you?
No, sir. I haven't seen him in a while. Am I crazy to think that the Vaqueros have some value at 11.5?
Yeah, maybe. Kind of. 6-4 against the number on the road. I don't know, but I like saying both of the team names, so that's all about I was involved in that one for. Let's get into, now we're getting pretty heavily into 3 o'clock slate here now. The NoCo Bears, far cry from last year's Bears, going up against the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks suck, a big old fat one, but I got no interest in backing NoCo, who has pretty much been on the same exact wavelength. So we'll stay out of that one. Southern Miss, Florida Atlantic. I think Florida Atlantic being a little overvalued after the whooping they just laid down on Louisiana Tech. Thank you, Owls, for cashing that. And Mr. Everett Winchester, shout out, young man. Had a hell of a game himself, but I think 15 points just a little bit too much to be laying on the old hardwood.
Down to 14.5.
Woo, yeah, Southern Miss has been kind of upset kids, too, even though they got bad ATS and straight-up records. These are a spot where they kind of kick in the mouth. Bryant St. Mary's, I saw there was a big injury announcement for Bryant. I think their second or third leading scorer. So if you're trying to get involved in this one, I would potentially lead Mount St. Mary's, but I'm going to stay out of the Northeast matchup for sure. The Northeast has not been good to me this year, dude. No. Last year it was excellent, and this year it's been bad. Sacred Heart, St. Francis, Brooklyn. I'm good on that one. No solid value. We got.
Sorry to double back. I found the guy you were talking about. Hall Elisias out for Bryant. 9.3 points per game, 6.6 rebounds per game, 3.2 blocks per game. So pretty damn significant, I would say.
I knew I had it somewhere in the head. I knew there was somebody out for Bryant. So yeah, if you're leaning anywhere, maybe potentially go the old Mount St. Mary's. What the fuck are Mountaineers? Mountaineers at home, -2.5. Next one up, Baylor Bears. Oh, sick 'em. In Fog Allen Arena? Question mark.
Hard exclamation point, because I am going to the Jayhawks laying the wood at home, dude. I talked about it on the Jeff show yesterday.
We're not sicking them. Oh, you're not sicking them. Oh, no, fuck.
I mentioned yesterday on Jeff's show, I was thinking about this one, and Ochai Agbaji was out against Iowa State. They got that win. He is cleared to go. He is good to go for this one. He is eligible to play. And I think that's going to be a big factor, number one, partner, as far as offensively. But I saw something, and I know I've talked about I don't like Iowa State's offense. And it's not the result that impressed me, but when I was watching that game, I just felt a different vibe that they had really been expressing or in practice and whatnot. Like, valuing the importance of highly competitive defensive play as opposed to the rest of the season. So I think we're turning a corner with Kansas here after that, and I think that's going to be a huge difference maker. And I think Abaji is going to get right back to where he left off and scoring 20 plus points per game. And I don't think Baylor's going to hang with them on the road here. So Kansas number 3 AOE, man. Pretty right around 50-ish% bets and money splits on this one, partner. So I do like Kansas laying the wood at home here. I know I got my teeth kicked in last week on Saturday against Kentucky, non-conference opponent, but I think we got a different story here today in conference. Give me the Jayhawks -2.5 for a little revenge from last week.
Okay, Jayhawks -2.5. I don't know if you're just all jaded by the revenge play. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's all of the old Baylor Bears +2.5 dogs on the road. Are you kidding me? It just feels like everybody and their brothers are going to run to that, but not really. It looks like Kansas is already the public side. So I don't know, man. If I was leaning anywhere when I first saw this, I said, yeah, Abaji's probably back in. It's probably good to go. I would lean Kansas -2.5. But again, I just thought some of these power conference games were just so fucking hard to deduct, and I don't know. Yeah. So your mid-major king is going to be live and in prime time, and we're going to let Big Boy over here take care of all the power conference games, for lack of a better term. So, also, hey, shout out my man Joe Gravel. Appreciate the fuck out of you, dude. Yeah. He's a Packers fan with you. Oh, Joe, course. You know him. But just commented on my UFC blog this morning. So shout out, my man. Appreciate the hell out of you. We'll talk about that into the show. Got some solid fucking value. Max, I'm coming back with a fucking vengeance.
Oh, yeah? I'm ready.
I'm ready, boy. We'll talk about it. Staying here, though. Campbell Camels against the South Carolina Upstaters. I have no idea what the hell. Spartans, that's right. Nothing in this one for me. I liked Campbell, but I'm good.
Nothing for me. Just got a report going back to the 11 a.m. slate, partner. OK State's Bryce Williams is going to be game time decision, 10.6 points per game scorer. So game time decision has been a pretty hard, actually, game time decision. You don't actually know. That's a pretty big 50-50 this year, I would say, in college basketball.
And we are, let's see, we are seeing no line movement as of yet. OK State, 51% of bets, 77% of consensus money. So sharp side, quote unquote, right now. So I don't know. It makes me a little nervous, Wilbur. So I'm gonna stay away. Next one up, Prairie View A&M, Mr. Swaction himself, Bethune-Cookman. Anything from you out of this one?
If I'm going anywhere, I feel like I'm taking the points with Cookman, but no thanks. Keep me out of it.
Forget it. Coppin State, North Carolina Central. I'm good on that one, too. Stetson Hatters, Central Arkansas Bears. Now, this on covers. They do have a free pick here. What could you possibly be offering them?
Which game is it? I missed what you said.
Stetson Hatters at the Central Arkansas Bears. Shout out Sean Murphy. Love your work. Love what you do, my man. Probably never see this. Probably never even know who the fuck we are. Maybe hopefully someday you will. But love your work, Sean, if you ever see this. He's on the over. He's over 147.5. Stetson Central Arkansas. So,
okay.
I saw a little free pick there. That's an awful odd game to have some action on. So over 147.5. Stetson Central. Okay, man. Okay, Mr. Murphy.
Seems very specific to just be throwing out a random one, you know?
You know, and especially, who the hell cares about Stetson in Central Arkansas, dude? Like, you know what I'm
Seriously,
saying?
I mean, you're saying that. I mean, tell me about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for crying out loud, Jiminy Christmas. Hey, over 147.5. That might be the ad of the day there. Hey, shout out Sean Murphy. I'm telling you what, shout out Sean Murphy. Next one up. Colgate at American. Colgate hasn't traveled worth a damn, and you have the audacity to make them 10-point home favorites. Watch the worst team in all of college basketball smack them in the teeth today. The old American Eagles. No, not the outlet mall store. That's an actual college basketball team. The next one up, Buffalo Bulls at the Central Michigan Chips. The fucking Chips coming out of nowhere their last few games, winning a few outright as big puppy dogs, and now all of a sudden the Chips are back in action after just being a complete dumpster fire for the entire first half of the year. And now Buffalo started out hot as all shit, and it's completely flipped for them. So dare I say you take the 11.5 with the Central Michigan Chips? Potentially.
I don't know, man.
Lay it out like that, though.
I don't know. This one's weird. This is a no thanks from me. Hard no thanks.
100%. Maction has been fucking me up big time, so I'm gonna stay away for sure. Next one up, North Florida, North Alabama. Nothing in that one. That doesn't have too much good value in that. Texas Southern, Florida A&M. Another swaction. Another attempt for you, partner.
That seems like a spot every time I see a short number like that with Texas Southern, who is the best team in that conference. They've been burning me. But
yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
I'm staying so far away, dude.
For sure. Okay, here we go. My second favorite team in all of college basketball, the UT Martin Skyhawks. Not really, I just like their team name. Tennessee State Tigers. This one should be really interesting. But I'm going to stay out of it altogether. If I'm leaning anywhere, I'm laying the 3 with the Skyhawks on the road. But I'm just partial to their bird head with airplane goggles on top of its head. Because, what birds needs to wear airplane goggles? They're just birds. So it's like it makes no sense. Kind of a redundancy, but I really like the redundancy in and of itself. I'm kind of redundant myself. So, hey, fuck it. I'll buy in. Next one up, Pac-12 matchup. I'm all the way out. USC against Arizona. The Cats laying 11 at home. I think that's the right spread. I don't care to lay that wood.
I'm staying way hell. When I was thinking about this game without seeing a spread in my head, I was like, USC's defense should be able to keep them in that game. But seeing this big spread, man, was real surprising to me. And like we said, I'm just staying away from the Pac-12, as are you. So, gun to my head, I think USC can hang with them, but I'm staying away.
150%, my man. Moving right along, wouldn't bet on it even if we could. Eastern Illinois at Southeastern Missouri State. This is probably potentially the nastiest game on tap. However,
it has to
be. Eastern Illinois is still a wagon to the under. So that under 140.5 seems pretty valuable if I do say so myself. Next one up, Navy Midshipmen going to Loyola playing the Greyhounds of Maryland variety. I got no interest in getting involved in that one. Those are 2 of the bottom in the Patriot League right now. Or actually, Loyola Mary's a little bit higher, but Navy, whatever.
Navy wagging on the road to the number 9-3.
Low key. They have been. Let me walk back that statement a little bit. In this spot here, both of these teams are very, very good. So that's why I decided to stay away. Actually, either one could take care of business. A little swaction here coming up again. Jackson State playing the Mississippi Valley State Delta Devils, my man. The Delta Devils are 8.5-point home dogs. Have yet to get that first home win of the season. Partner, is this Saturday the Saturday they finally get it done?
Shit, I hope so, but I'm not playing them, dude. Hey, they're 9-10 to the spread. They've been they failed to cover their last 2. As the season has gone, this is about the spot where they get back and even that the old ATS record there. So I think they can hang with them. But keep me out of it, dude. I have no idea.
Shout out Uncle Joey. We appreciate the fuck out of you. You are the best from the moon and back, and Aunt D too. Hopefully we'll Uncle Joey just commented under the old tweet for the day. But hopefully we'll see you guys in March. So hang tight, save a couple of bottles of wine and a couple of steaks for us. We'll see you soon. Keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. New Orleans at Incarnate Word. Nothing for me there. No good value at all. Northwestern State, McNeese State. No good value there either. Presbyterian Blue Hose. I love me some Blue Hose, but not on the road whatsoever. Radford is kind of been a wagon straight up at home. 2-8 straight up for the Blue Hose on the road. 6-3 straight up for Radford. So
not a bad home court, dude.
No, if you're looking at this matchup and you're like, oh, the Blue Hose, dude, they're that squad, they smack teams in the mouth. Not on the road. So maybe a little bit of a different thought process there for you. ACC matchup. I think this one might be the last one on tap. I don't know. No, it's not. Okay, so this one isn't the one my partner has to play out of. The Hurricanes going into Virginia playing the Cavaliers. Cavaliers stay ranked 25th through this week, laying 4 on their home hardwood. The only place that Miami has just been lights out is literally on the road, and it makes no sense. Like lights out. Like it is inconsistent sometimes. They are on their home hardwood, but on the road, dude, like they are a wagon. 5-1 straight up, 5-1 against the number. You can't argue with that. So I would take all 4 points with the Hurricanes, but I've gone to the well too many times, so I got to stay away.
And I've told you, I'm just staying so far away from these Virginia games because I think the reason why, partner, is why I was interested in them in so many spots up until about a month ago was because that's one of the teams where historically you could kind of buy into what they've done versus conference teams. And they've taken care of Miami, especially defensively, pretty handily the last 4 times. I mean, 51 points of the last 4 meetings is the highest that Miami has scored against Virginia, which defensively I could see that happening again. So maybe, dude,
sure.
This one's at 127. Are we crazy to think this one goes way under, dude?
Opened at 129, so I don't think you are at all, my friend. And I think you might have just found the other additional little play that we can talk about at the end of the show that maybe we, instead of, locking it live, maybe we revisit it at the end of the
Yeah,
show and we say, hey,
I'm interested.
I've been writing these down. So we revisit them again and say, hey, we talked about this one. We sat through the show. What do you think? So we'll write down the old, the U, V, UVA. Well, that's a whole UV, UVA. That's a fucking hell of a UVS. Let's do that. Okay. We'll do, what do we say? Under 127, you said it was at?
127 and a half, it looks like.
127 and a half. Okay, yeah, I got 128 over here on covers. So cool. Also, covers last night. I don't know what the hell. If you saw me tweet, I don't know what the hell was going on last night, dude. I was about to lose my mind. I use covers very heavily in my handicapping process. And when you hit the matchup button, it would send you to a screen, but it would just say services unavailable. And it would just a blank white screen with a little services unavailable at the top. And I was just like, okay, like, yo, I need to start handicapping here. Like, what the fuck? So, like, I started running through games, and then, like, about halfway through the slate, it finally just, like, reset. I don't know if they saw my tweet or what. They never sent anything back to me, so shout out covers. You got it fixed. But I was a little nervous last night. I was like, how the fuck am I going to do this, man? There's so many key numbers I need in there.
Yeah.
So, keeping it moving. Florida Gulf Coast at Lipscomb. You would think Dunk City would be the right side here, but it's a pick'em, my man. So I have no interest in getting involved whatsoever. Lipscomb has been kind of solid at home, and Florida Gulf Coast bad on the road. So
it feels like both these teams have just been toss-ups in every single game that you put them in.
Big time, big time. Two teams you got to stay away from. NIU Bowling Green. I'm good on that matchup. I can't bet on it anyway. I say stay away. Longwood at Charleston Southern. Way too many points. If you're getting involved, you are literally laying the Longwood, my friends. Yeah. Next one up. Ooh, here we go, baby. Here we go. I told you I had a pick out of a Sun Belt. I actually had a couple of picks out of some Sun Belt matchups later. Well, here's one of them. We're going to matchup between the Raging Cajuns of the Louisiana Lafayette variety, and they're playing the Red Wolves of the Arkansas State variety. Equal hype on both sides, so you probably don't know where the hell I'm going. I am taking a side. Arkansas State -2.5, my friends, on their home hardwood all year long, and especially in this game. The Raging Cajuns have been incredibly overvalued on the road. This line is so doggone fishy to me. I don't even know why in the world that this is not up to 4.5, 5.5. I mean, this is where I put this line, but I think the books are getting plenty of action in on the Cajuns being a 2.5-point dog, that they don't really need to send this line anywhere, and the Red Wolves are going to take care of this number with ease. Now, ULL is coming off of a 75-51 win as an 8-point favorite against University of Arkansas Little Rock on Thursday, and now they're 2.5-point dogs on the road, and they were on the road in that game. Yeah, that makes a whole, or no, they were at home. Either way, that makes a whole lot of sense. They're done it 4-6 straight up, 6-3-1 against the number on the road. I'll let you be the judge of that information. They've also covered 2 out of their last 5 games, so not raging are them Cajuns. Arkansas State 9-2 straight up, 5-3. I make myself laugh. 5-3 against the number at home. The Red Wolves are howling, boys and girls, on the home hardwood. 4-2 ATS, last 6 overall. Home and away scoring splits are really what did it for me. If this was in Louisiana, I would be back in the Raging Cajuns 150%, especially getting points. But on their home hardwood, Arkansas State averaging 69.4 points per game, only allowing 63. On the road, the Raging Cajuns only scoring 66.6. So, hey, you can go ahead, back a team that's got that bad juju going for them. And then allowing 68.8 on the road. It's going to be an offensive type of game, 100%. You can look through and through. This is the style this game is going to be, and that leans heavily in the favor of the Red Wolves. 186 in AOE, 131st, that's not a number, 134th in effective field goal, 143rd in true 2-point percentage, and 128th in true 3-point percentage. Simple comparison to the Cajuns, 238th in AOE, 252 in effective field goal, 297th in true 2-point percentage, and 142nd in true 3-point percentage. So you see the edges there, but once it gets a little sweaty down towards the end, the Red Wolves will pull away with us, and they will help us because they shoot excellent at the free throw stripe, my friends. 74.5% from the charity stripe, and for the Cajuns, 66.3%. You want to get in the boat with a team that shoots free throw shots like that, go right on ahead, but I'm telling you, the Red Wolves are covering this one with ease. 10 times a day they cover this spread with their eyes closed, but you don't believe me? Believe the trends. ULL 2-6 ATS last 8, following a straight-up win of 20+. 2-5 ATS their last 7 versus a Sun Belt opponent. Arkansas 7-3 against the number last 10 overall. 18-7-1 against the number their last 26, following an ATS loss. 5-0 ATS last 5, following a straight-up loss. 4-1 ATS last 5 home games. 4-1 ATS last 5 as a favorita. 4-0 ATS last 4 Saturday games. They're also 15-5 against the number their last 20 against a Sun Belt opponent, so they roll against them. The home team last 6 meetings between these two, 5-1 against the number. Arkansas is 11-5 against the number last 16 meetings, and 3-1 against the number against ULL on their home hardwood. I don't know what else I need to tell you there. The Red Wolves are rolling, my little I
think you were, yeah.
It was close.
You were crushing it, 99.9%.
I almost had it. But my next best bet of the day, Arkansas Red Wolves -2.5.
I like it, my man. Up to 3 in a lot of spots.
Love it. I absolutely love it. I would still play it at the -3. I think they cover this by 4 or 5 points with ease. Yeah. So I'll put a little Ark State -2.5 in the ticker. Get it rolling yet again. There you go. That would have been a little bit better. All right. Keeping it moving, keeping it grooving. We're deep into the 5 p.m. slate now, my friends. Seattle at New Mexico. I liked Seattle plus the 7.5, but they were in a spot just like this against our Grand Canyon Antelopes, and I backed them Thursday, I think it was. They got smacked right in the teeth, dude. Didn't even come close to covering. So I am so far out on that, I don't even care. Winthrop at Hampton, no thank you. UTSA at UNT Mean Green. You know I'm the Conference USA guy, but no interest in getting involved when the Mean Green are laying 18 on their home hardwood. Goodness. I am good. Here we go. A little blue blood action. The potential last meeting for Coach K. Maybe this is where partner's going. Maybe not. I have no idea. I decided to stay away because fuck the ACC right now. But the Duke Blue Devils going into Chapel Hill to play the Tar Heels that are 3-point home dogs on their home hardwood. Total at 151 from open at 149. Partner, what say you?
My man, this is where I'm going. This will be one of 2 matchups, so there will be one at Duke in the final game of the season. And partner, I think the home team is going to win the matchup in both cases. I am going to the Tar Heels plus the 3. I think they win outright, partner. But I'm going to take that 3-point insurance if they're willing to give it to me. 86% of bets, 93% of money coming in on the Duke Blue Devils. Dude, I have been licking my fucking chops since Monday when I saw ESPN start to advertise this damn game before I took Duke against Notre Dame. What did I say on Wednesday? I said, do not react to Duke taking down Notre Dame like this as if there's some juggernaut going forward now. They only scored 57 points in that game. That was a miserable matchup for Notre Dame in that game. Duke has gone in, whether they're a juggernaut, whether they're good, whether they're mediocre, they've gone into Notre Dame and dominated them. So do not be fooled by what you saw there, partner, or anywhere else. I know you're not fooled, but what I like about this Tar Heels team, dude, is when they are at home. I have backed them so many times at home, and they have been fantastic. 12-0 straight up at home. And their defense on the season, partner, if you're just looking at the broad scope, you fucking goofball. Fucking broad scope of the season, their defense looks average. But I think their personnel that they have can take away Paolo Banchero, which if Duke has him even neutralized in any capacity, that's a possible struggle point for their offense. But here's the split that I'm in love with, partner. On the season, right around 70 points per game allowed, 62.5 points per game allowed at home compared to 83.4 points per game allowed on the road. Shit. This team offensively is pretty consistent home or away. I was actually thinking it was going to be their offense that is the one that is crazy on fire at home compared to the road. Their defense is just so much better at home. 45% allowed effective field goal percentage at home compared to 54.2% on the road. So they are just a wagon at home. 6-1 last 7 against the number as the home team, and the home team between these two, partner, 5-1 ATS last 6 meetings. So another reason I say when we get to Duke here in about a month or so, I think Duke probably takes care of them there. But here at UNC, the old Dean Smith Center, dude, I think the Tar Heels are going to roll. Give me the +3.
I think they are too, man. That's what my head was, but I just don't have the owns to get involved with ACC, and I just don't need to. I have plenty of plays. I love where your head's at. This is going to the pay window 150%,
Dude,
but I'm not getting
seriously,
involved.
I see the ad on Monday, Duke, UNC, here we go, number 9 Duke and UNC, and I'm just like, oh, give it to me, baby, give it to me.
100%. I love where your head's at. I just don't want to mush it, and
100%.
I decided to stay away from that one, but that is 150% where I was leaning. So we'll keep it moving. It's in the ticker for you there, my friends. North Carolina. I guess let me put UNC. Let me be Let me be precise because that kind of fucked with my head. You see UNC more often than not. So next one up, Pac-12, staying out of it. Oregon State, Colorado. Colorado, I think back to being overvalued on the old home hardwood now. 9-point favorites. Remember, 3-8-2 ATS, and that's because of that overvaluation. So think before you lay the wood with the Buffaloes, but also think before you try and get in the boat with the Oregon Beavers, who haven't been worth a hot damn, have yet to win on the road and won 5-1 against the number. So again, my best advice, stay the hell out of the Pac-12, my friends.
I would 100% agree. It is a little fishy that in single digit, dude, they just lost to Utah by 25 points as a 7-point dog on the road and 22 to Oregon as a 12.5-point dog, and now they're being less of a dog. I mean, I certainly am not interested in Oregon State whatsoever, but like you said, I would be real concerned about Colorado.
Big time. Next one up, AAC matchup, SMU against Wichita State. I was very interested back in the home team here and then saw that SMU, 5-2 straight up, 5-2 against the number on the road. They're rolling right now, and they got projected number 1 overall pick, or at least the first round pick. As soon as I say that, I fucking forget his name. Yes, Davis. He's a fucking dog, dude. I mean, he just anywhere on the court, and now he's finally like the big knock that he has had is that 3 shooting, and now he is just like pulling up and sniping anything you throw at him. So, man, I'm almost in the boat now. I'm talking about it SMU plus the 1.5, but I just don't know. It feels like a heavy public side.
It does, and Wichita State has taken care of each of the last 4 meetings between the two. They were close games. This is honestly a low-key, like, under-the-radar game of the day, my man.
Speaking of under-the-radar game of the day, this is one of the ones I quote-tweeted John Rothstein's under-the-radar games, but his is all the Power Fives. Right. I did my mid-major King games, and I did a star, and I said, here, fixed it for you, and then I did 5 mid-major games that were like fucking electric. This was one of them, yeah.
Dude,
it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a real good one. Speaking of going to be a real good one, here's my next Sun Belt play.
Okay.
And I am so excited that these boys are good. I'm so excited that the weather has subsided and we can get back on the train because, my friends, it's about to get steaming down the tracks. We're going to the matchup between the App State Mountaineers and the... where'd I lost it? Holy shit. University of Texas Arlington Mavericks. I want to make sure. Also, did I tell you that the last one was the Sun Belt Bankrupter? No, I didn't. It's the Sun Belt Bankrupter, okay? That's number 5. Now, let me make sure we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yep. Okay, so here's number 6. Only 2 more from me. Number 6. It's the Sun Belt Sizzler, baby. We're sizzling the books with this one. Honestly, if this game was in Boone, that's where App State is located, Boone, North Carolina, I would 100% be thinking differently, and I would probably be on the Mountaineers, or I'd be avoiding it all the way together. But since this is in Arlington, Texas, I am all over the Mavs. Really, App State is just not the same team on the road. Point blank, period. They're 4-6 straight up, 5-4-1 against the number. They're number 1 in the Sun Belt by a mile, but now they're a pick'em with one of the middle of the pack squads in University of Texas Arlington. It's because they're on the road and they just don't play well on the road. And I think the Mavs absolutely cook them today because they're 7-2 straight up, 5-2 against the number on their home hardwood. They are sick, and that home court advantage. Not spectacular, not the best, but inside the top 150, 123rd in the nation in home court advantage for the Mavs. So I think they can definitely lean into that. And also the home-away scoring split. Speaking of what really keyed me in on this, the Mavericks scoring 69.4 on their home hardwood, only allowing 66.3. App State scoring 63.8, so about 6 points less on the road and allowing 67.9. I think their lack of offense is what we really see. And then I dug a little bit deeper. Last 3 games, UTA has been rolling. 73 points per game on average, only 71.3 allowed. App State, 66.3 points per game scored. Now, hold on. 59.7 points per game allowed over the last 3. Now, hold on. I think we're going to see some serious regression on that number. Their defense has been playing some piss-poor teams, and they've just been getting lucky against teams that can't shoot the rock whatsoever. And if you just heard me say, that is not what the Mavericks are. I think they come out. I think they cook today. And especially with them being on their home hardwood, I think they get out to a nice little lead. They continue to push the pace, push the pressure, and they're able to lean on their depth advantage as well. 23rd in the nation per KenPom compared to App State's 319th in the nation in depth. So if anybody's going to be a little, it ain't going to be our Mavericks, baby. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. UTA 5-1 ATS last 6 home games. 5-1 ATS last 5 following an ATS win. The home team 6-1 against the number last 7 meetings between these two. 5-1 are the Mavericks in the last 6 meetings overall. 5-1 straight up are the Mavericks overall as well. So 5-1 ATS and 5-1 straight up last 6 meetings. And UTA is 6-0 straight up the last 6 meetings on their home hardwood with the Mountaineers. Give me all of the Mavericks, baby. They are rolling, they stay rolling, and they cash our 6th ticket of the day.
I like it, my man. I'll stay away from it for you, but I do like it.
Mavs money line, UTA money line. Last I saw, I was like, I got it like minus 118, and it's right around in that ballpark.
I think it's going up a little bit. It's minus 1.5. I see minus 121 in a certain spot here.
So it is going up. It is going up, boys and girls. Looks like we got the right fucking side again. We keep it moving. We keep it grooving. Oh, I'm feeling a fucking sweep today, partner. They've got me by 1 fucking pick, 2 picks the last 2 weeks. I'm feeling a sweep today, boy. I tell you what. But I digress and I keep it moving. Next one up, Sun Belt. Coastal Carolina, Texas State. Anything from you here, good sir?
No, sir. I have not. Yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
Haven't had a Fun Belt value this year.
I do know you, for sure. That's right. Next one up, Ivy League. Pennsylvania. Sorry, the Quakers. Playing Cornell. I don't think they're quaking them today. In these short spreads, dude, Pennsylvania hasn't been worth a hot damn. Cornell 8-0 straight up, 6-0 ATS on their home hardwood, only laying a bucket. Cornell minus the 2 is getting wrote down. We will revisit that there at the end. Okay. I was really leaning towards those bastards, and I don't know why I got all the way out. I think it's just because it was more of a fade of Penn for me, because Penn has kicked me in the teeth so many doggone
trying
times.
To quake the Quakers, basically?
Kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to generate my own earthquake, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Yeah, whoa. 78% of consensus bets with no money split coming in on the Quakers. I necessarily don't, because it still feels like the public side. Like it's just kind of still showing like, hey, all the fucking bets are coming in on this, and especially Pennsylvania being the dog. They're 4-1 straight up and against the number in their last 5, and they won 2 outright against Yale and Harvard as 3 and 1 point dogs. So
okay, I hear you.
Now they're going to Cornell. So it's just in Cornell, bro. Cornell just baked Princeton too, baked Brown. That Brown game, 74-72. That's a box score game. Brown went on a fucking 28-2 run to close the game to make that a 74-72 game. Absolute insanity. I thought I was going to lose the cover, for crying out loud.
On the surface, to talk through it for another second here, it kind of seems like you would think on the surface maybe Cornell is that public trap, but on this slate where there's all these huge games, I think this might be an expert type sharp trap in my opinion here, dude. This is the same time as the Duke UNC game. The entire college basketball public is going to be watching that shit, man. I don't know.
Here you go. You ready? Quakers 1-4 against the number last 5 road games. 1-4 against the number the last 5 as a road dog. The Big Red 4-0 ATS last 4 as a favorite. 6-0 ATS last 6 as a home favorite. 14-3 against the number their last 17 overall. 7-2 ATS their last 9 following a straight up win, and 7-3 against the number the last 10 on Saturday. Home team 4-1 ATS last 5 meetings, and the favorite is 4-0 ATS last 4 meetings. Cornell minus 2 feels really fucking good, dude. Cornell minus 2 feels really good. We'll come back to that, though.
Yeah, we'll come back.
I'll write it down, because I really like Cornell the more I look at that now. Next one up, keeping it moving and grooving. Moving on up to Dartmouth and Brown. The Ivy League matchup. Oh, no, I skipped a bunch of matchups. Sorry, holy shit, getting too excited. UNI at Drake. Nothing really there. Drake should roll UNI. Not the same Northern Iowa team at all from the last few years. UNLV, Utah State. Yeah, skip that one. Don't get involved in that one. Utah State, too many points at home, but the old Rebs, they can't do shit on the road. Dartmouth Big Green against the Brown Bears. Just talked about the Brown Bears there. They're scoofling in a half. CC Talking Line Podcast 2022. So I have no interest in laying 6.5 with them on their home hardwood. And Dartmouth just covered last night. Shit, this is a back-to-back for Dartmouth. What the fuck? What college team has a Jinx? You owe me a soda, but what college team has a fucking back-to-back, dude?
Must have had a weather rescheduling. That sucks.
That's terrible.
Fuck. Do we take the Bears?
Do you take the under this time around? Question mark. Because I took the over last night and only it was a sweat. I'm talking about.
Oh, that was you had Dartmouth. Yeah. What the
over,
hell, dude.
46 seconds, a minute and 15, somewhere around in that ballpark. We finally got it over. It was a sweat.
Huh.
So now they dropped it down to 130. Yesterday's total was 136.5.
I mean, Dartmouth beat them about a month ago, 58-46 as a 3-point dog at home.
58-46. Now that comes well under. That comes well under that, buddy. Oh boy, we'll come back to that here in a minute.
Okay.
We'll come back to that. Those couple Ivy League matchups we might have targeted there. Okay. Next one up, San Jose State against Boise State Broncos. The Broncos are sick as all hell, but do they deserve to lay 21.5 points at home? I don't think so, but I have no interest in backing the dumpster fire that have been the San Jose Spartans. Next one up, LSU against Vandy. Partner, I honestly think this is a game that LSU goes into Vanderbilt and loses. They are scuffling left, right, and center, and I can't get involved. I can't get involved and stay out. What say you?
I wrote down on my note sheet here, Vandy plus 3.5, question mark, question mark, question mark. It is now Vandy
Same.
plus 2.5, man.
Yeah. I
want him.
I want him still, and I want
him.
I just feel that what this feels like to me is that stupid fucking Alabama LSU game where I lost it by the hook, and LSU probably loses it, but watch it just be on some bullshit
It's tough, man. Because LSU, you still see that when they're clicking, they aren't clicking, but they're scuffling, scoofling, dude. They just lost to Ole Miss at home. I mean, at 12-point favorites.
I know it, and that was supposed to be the game. Xavier, what's his nuts was back?
Pinson,
yeah, he was back. That was supposed to be the game, dude. And now they go on the road as favorites again. I mean, come on.
I'm real interested in Vandy. I just don't trust him enough.
I am too. All right, kids. It's the back stretch. We'll power through. I only got one more to go, so we have a little bit of time to talk some nonsense before we get into our weekends here and bid you adieu until Monday. So, Alcorn State, Arkansas Pine Bluff, yay or nay?
Nothing on that one.
Me neither. Penn State, Wisconsin, yay or nay?
Dude, I was interested in Penn State. That is one of the last ones that I had some real interest in. It feels like it's the right spot on spread, if you ask me. Penn State can hang, man. Don't be just blindly backing the Badgers at home. I might just stay away from that altogether. Penn State can scrap, man.
They can scrap, but not the greatest on the road. 1-5 straight up, 2-4 ATS. So yeah, stay away from that one for me too. Cal Poly, Long Beach State, the old beach. I'm good on that one. Nothing from me. Swaction Maction Man, Alabama A&M, last opportunity against Southern, your Southern Jags. Anything from you?
No, sir. Feels like a few too many points this year. Those big point spreads in the SWAC have been a little more profitable for the dog this year as opposed to last year. But no thanks for me today.
Okie dokie. This one feels like a setup and a half to me. Western Kentucky just absolutely obliterated Charlotte as 2-point favorites on the road. I would know because I got smacked in the teeth by the Hilltoppers. Now the Hilltoppers play another Conference USA matchup on the road again. Go to Old Dominion, who is arguably worse than Charlotte, and now they're a 1-point road favorite. What in the fuck is going on, partner? Now, is this the spot that I can actually fade Western Kentucky? Because they are now officially, after finally winning that game, 1-5 straight up on the road. They finally got their one for the Gipper when I decided to fade them. Good job. I don't know, man. That seems very, very tricky to me, and Old Dominion almost seems like the play.
I might agree with you, dude. I mean, just looking back the last 5 meetings, Old Dominion's has won 3 out of 5, couple of them as dogs, and none of them, the 2 losses that they've had are 2 and 3 points over the last 2 years, man, to Western Kentucky. At the worst case, this is going to be a close one, but I'm interested as well, man. I don't know.
Next one, Santa Clara at San Diego. That one's going to be nasty. Stay out of that one. Virginia Tech, and maybe early in the year we could have got involved, not now. Virginia Tech at Pittsburgh, ACC matchup. Not this one from my partner. We're going to stay out of that one. Both these teams have been ugly as well. Louisiana Tech at Florida International. I think the Bulldogs absolutely go in and roll the Panthers after getting embarrassed on the road at FAU. But again, they're on the road again without looking too far into that. FIU has not been very solid at all. They've been good on their home floor. So you be the judge. Next one up. Okay, I wanted to get in the boat so bad on this one, dude. And tell me I'm crazy. Oakland against Wright State. Oakland stays on the road after that game against Northern Kentucky. That gets canceled. They have to stay in the fucking hotel. They played Northern Kentucky last night. We cashed that ticket in overtime. 3.5-point dogs. Northern Kentucky win in overtime. They win outright in overtime where dogs go to die. I'm trying to emphasize that for you.
Yeah.
And now Oakland doesn't get to go back home. They stay in the Midwest in Ohio. That's where Wright State is located. And they play the Wright State Raiders, who haven't been great, but 8-2 straight up on their home hardwood as 2-point road favorites. I want to back Wright State, dude, but I don't know.
So you said Oakland was 2-point favorites?
Yeah.
Wright State is the 1.5-point favorite now. Well, dude, so these teams just played last night, as you mentioned. Oakland's the one that's traveling. Wright State played and won, albeit as against a bad Detroit team.
That was a
beat
spot.
them as 4-point favorites, 90-59 last night, dude. And they get to stay home after they just dropped 90, and they get to turn around and keep that momentum the next day, dude. I am really interested in that.
Right? Like, yeah. Right State. Like, it just felt just like, maybe the money line, maybe Wright State money line. So maybe we put together a little parlay here at the end of the show. We got all these additional lines. We'll put together a little parlay.
Yeah, Wright State's got to have some action there, though.
Yeah, let's do some Wright State for sure. I like that. I got that written down. Okay. UNC Asheville at High Point. No thanks. I am good. Oh, both of those teams have made me so mad this year. Kennesaw State at Bellarmine, keep me away. Detroit Mercy at Northern Kentucky. Northern Kentucky should be like a 5.5, 6-point favorite, for fuck's sakes, against Detroit Mercy. So it's like almost you get involved with Detroit Mercy. No, don't do it. I've tried this spot with them a couple of times, and they kicked my ass.
Right, and especially, we just said they just lost as a 4-point dog last night, 90-59. How are they just opening up the next day as a 4-point dog, dude? Why?
Like, what is happening right now? Okay, so there you go. There you have it. Next one up on tap, Harvard at Yale. Thank you, Yale, for helping me cash that ticket yesterday, but we're not getting involved with you guys today. Liberty at Eastern Kentucky. Good on that one as well. Eastern Kentucky, man, shell of themselves from what they were last year. Like, that was our squad last year. We put them on parlays left, right. I mean, they were like, fuck. Eastern Kentucky catching points. We don't even need to look into that game. Let's do it. And, like, now I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole against Liberty today. So, and then again, also Liberty, I don't know that I'd touch them either. I mean, they've been good. They were cooking early in the year, but now some of these bigger spreads, they've been struggling, man.
I was going to say, they kind of impressed me. They kind of defied a lot of stuff the other day against Bellarmine, but Bellarmine, keyword Bellarmine, not Bellarmine.
Bellarmine.
It feels like just a couple too many, right?
100%. I told you American East hasn't been good to me, staying out of New Hampshire and UMBC. Live free or die, though. Shout out our man Carl Haskell. CH. Another American East matchup. Stony Brook. I apologize. Stony Brook against NJIT. Them old New Jersey Institute of Technology Highlanders can really kiss my ass, all right? I'm just done with them. Helped me cash tickets last year. Now they ain't worth a damn. And then Stony Brook, that don't trust either of these teams. Get out. Go on, get now. Into the Missouri Valley Conference. If we know anything we do here, #RollBirds. Indiana State going to play Valpo. This might be the nastiest game on tap. Indiana State couldn't cover a twin-size bed if they were a king-size blanket, and Valpo, the Beacons, it's not saying, hey, that Beacon is not, come and bet on us, we're absolutely terrific. It's more of, we fucking suck, avoid us at all costs. Here's a big, if you're flying a plane in our vicinity, here's the Beacon, avoid it. Avoid this game altogether is what I'm trying to tell you, okay? Ivy League matchup, next one up. Princeton Tigres against the Columbia Lions. What's going on with the Ivy League here? We got back-to-backs in the Ivy League. I don't understand this. What the hell's going on? Stay away from this one. This one, if I lean anywhere, I like the 11.5 with Columbia, but forget that.
Yeah, no thanks.
Partner.
Uh-oh.
I really, really wanted to get involved, but I didn't. Against my better judgment because I want a clean sweep of fuck, I love the Kansas State Wildcats plus the 4.5 against TCU. I absolutely love my boys. 5-2 against the number on the road. I think TCU now is back to being overvalued after having some damn good games. And I just don't know how to call it. I don't know if I'm jaded. I don't know if I'm crazy. And I'm going to stay away from the Cats. I don't know.
Yeah, we share the same opinions on this one because I like both these teams, man. And throughout a lot of the points where we were finding some success, Big 12, it was like these underdogs are undervalued. But now as we get on, it seems like they're kind of being correctly valued, right? And I don't want to fade TCU at home, man. I just don't. And I don't trust laying the points either. That's too many.
Nope. So we'll stay away from that Big 12. Next one up, can't bet on it. But you know where the hell we'd go if we could, baby. SIU against the Illinois State University Redbirds. Hey, if y'all need a couple of announcers anytime soon, PA or color commentators, you got two alumnus who will slide in that motherfucker faster than you know what the hell to do with yourself. Your head will be spinning around your body. I'll tell you what. I mean,
please,
come on.
Basketball, football, women's basketball,
Redbird
baseball,
Arena,
track,
get
wrestling.
on your feet and get ready to welcome in your Illinois State University Redbirds. I mean, come on. Hype man all the way. That's what I'm saying, dude. I already got this handled. I don't need a journalism degree to knock that fucking shit out the park, pal. I don't need it. I'll do it without one of them and run circles around your fucking mutts. How about that shit? Fucking bastards. All right, let's keep it moving. Keep it grooving, my man. Next one up on tap. See, that's a touchy subject for me. Next one up, New Mexico at Air Force. My friend, I told you earlier on in the show, Air Force has finally gotten the respect from the books. 1 point, home favorites, 7-2 ATS, 6-3 straight up on their home hardwood. New Mexico's only won 1 game out of 7 on the road, 1-6 straight up. So basically, if you're taking them in this pick'em, you got to think they're winning this game outright. And I just don't think they do. I think the books are correctly valuing Air Force, and they finally have decided to stop being complete idiots. They probably started listening to the Cup of Joe on Campus podcast, and they finally wisened up. Hey, shout out. Jeff Benson probably started finally listening. Shout out guys over at Circuit. Probably started listening, and he was like, damn, we are really, really undervaluing the old Air Force. We better stop. I'm tired of finishing Saturday with my tail tucked in between my legs with this stupid Air Force team. Let's make them a 1-point favorite at home. I
think they're still undervaluing them, dude.
I still think they are, too.
The only thing that concerns me is they're getting 82% of bets, 88% of money, but I think that's just straight up they're not being valued enough, dude. I think they should be 2.5, 3.
Yeah, I know. If it wasn't that money split, I would be all the way in on it, and it just scares me away just a little bit, but honestly, not even that much. Okay, there you go. Next one up. Okay, this is my final play of the day, dude, and then I'll cook right along until you got whatever you got left here. Going back to him, baby. This might be the setup of the day in the SEC for me, my friend. Blue Bloods. I don't play them, but I got one today. University of Kentucky against the Alabama Crimson Tide. We're taking the Crimson Tide on the money line, my friends. This is a set up and a half if I have ever seen one. UK opened as the 3-point road favorite, and they dropped down quickly before the public even woke up to a -1 favorite. It was 2 in the morning. And they were already down to a 1-point favorite, my friends. I'm telling you, this is a setup. And that line movement, despite Kentucky getting 92% of consensus bets and 94% of money wagered on the spread, not to mention Bama money line getting about 70%, 80% of actual money wagered on the money line. I absolutely love it. Again, this is a trap for the Cats because it's only their 7th game all year. They've played 22 total games. Overall, they've only played 7 with this one on the road. They are 3-3 straight up, 2-4 against the number. They just have not been battle-tested, and too many people are saying, oh, they're just going to waltz right in here and just go on Alabama and fuck them all. No. Nate Oates, my cousin Vinny on Saturdays, baby. It is showtime, and especially when you see this, you have to side with Bama. 10-1 straight up, 4-7 ATS on their home hardwood. They're not being overvalued. They're still 10-1 straight up on their home hardwood. Please do not buy into the Cats being a road favorite. Do not fall into that trap. I absolutely love Bama for a couple other key reasons, though. Number one is tempo. I think that they are going to boat race the Cats and have them looking silly the entire game. 17th in adjusted tempo per KenPom for the Crimson Tide, 102nd for the Wildcats, almost 100 points of difference. I think Nate Oates' game plan is to keep the Cats off balance, not allow them to set that offense up, not allow them to get hot from deep, not allow them to get any plays moving and grooving, and really allow the Crimson Tide to pull away in this one. And not to mention, Alabama's just a little bit bigger than Kentucky, and you typically wouldn't think that. 150th in height per KenPom, 193rd for Kentucky. So just a little bit bigger, a little bit more physical, and I love Bama to come out with the outright win. Now, I'm going to skip all the points, but I will give you some ATS trends that'll probably get you all the way in the boat here. UK 3-8 ATS last 11 versus a team with a winning straight-up home record. 3-10-1 ATS last 14 road games. 1-3-1 ATS last 5 as a road favorite. The Crimson Tide 3-1-1 ATS last 5 as a dog. 7-3 against the number their last 10 as a home dog. 4-0 against the number their last 4 after allowing 100 or more points in their previous game. Home team 5-2 against the number last 7 meetings, and Bama's 4-1 ATS last 5 meetings with Kentucky. Wrapping up my cards, my friends. Last best bet for me, Crimson Tide, money line.
I like it, my man. I was on my sheet. I had it as a hard lean, dude. I like it. I don't know what kept me away, honestly. Maybe it's from last Saturday, Kentucky coming in and kicking me in the teeth with my can. I think that really is probably what kept me away, man. But at the same time, Bama kicked me in the teeth last week at home against Baylor as well. So I think this place is going to be fucking rocking, man. This place is going to be an absolute madhouse. I think I'm with you, man. Too many points for the over. I mean, I think there's going to be a ton of points, but it's up at 157.
Yeah, and when I've gotten in the boat with my Crimson Tide, they've gotten to the pay window. Yeah. So I avoid these games at all costs. If you know me, the mid-major king is not just because I fucking cash mid-major tickets. It's because that's all I target. Fuck the blue bloods. Fuck the big shit. I don't play these. They're just so much of a trap. But when I see a blatant setup like this, one of the prime time late afternoon game matchups that all the public are going, oh, University of Kentucky's a short road favorite. Oh my gosh! And the Crimson Tide, they've been scuffling, haven't they? Oh yeah, they have. Yeah, definitely. I don't think so, pals. But there you go. There you have it. It's in the ticker now. My final play of the day. Partner, how many more you got? It looks like you got one more.
I'm actually tapped out, dude.
Oh, you are tapped out.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, okay.
I don't know I don't know where you were seeing it. It is, Bama is -1.5 now.
Let's go. I absolutely love it. So they've just been slowly trickling up. I think I got a 7-0 clean sweep, partner. I think I got a 7-0 clean. I don't ever want to say that, but I've gone 5-2 and I've gone 6-1 the last 2 weeks on two stupid, 3 stupid plays that I shouldn't have made, and I didn't do those this week. So I'm feeling real fuck good. Okay, now we ain't really got to talk about. Shout out Papa Daryl though, and Brother Grant. Shout out Western Illinois and Kansas City. We don't really
Brother Grant. Yep.
Yeah, we don't really need to talk about that at all. St. Tommy's against Oral Roberts. Nah. San Francisco against Portland. All good. South Dakota State. South Dakota. CELA, Houston Bap, Chicago State, Tarleton. Cal Bap, Grand Canyon. Bleh. Ooh, okay. Pacific, Pepperdine. Question mark. I suggest you stay far the fuck away from this, but why is Pepperdine only a 2-point home favorite to Pacific? And Pacific actually has smacked a few teams in the mouth as of late, but 8-0 straight up and against the number on the road this season. So
just played 2 days ago, actually.
Yeah, these two teams, and Pacific beat them. Pacific beat them on their home hardwood, and they're terrible. I don't know.
Get us out of here. Get us out of here.
I'm gone. Hammer down. Central Florida at Memphis. Oh, man, I am to the point where I am okay with fading Penny and the boys. But this game right here, bro, if Memphis don't win it, fuck your tournament chances, Penny. This is it. Like, this is the game. There is no more of that bullshit anymore. But I'm staying out of it. If I lean anywhere, I do like the 6 with UCF, though. Montana State, Weber State. Montana State's been a wagon and a half to be getting 6 points on the road against Weber State. And Weber State has been way too inconsistent at home to be getting that. So I don't know why. Something feels fishy here, but I would lean Montana State plus the 6. But man, the Big Sky's not been good to me this year. It's really pissing me off. It's my conference. I love Big Sky ball, but stay out. Montana, Idaho State, don't get involved. That's just a straight fade of the Bengals. Like,
am I crazy to that's either the biggest trap of the day on the mid-major slate, or that is free freaking money, which
It's
I
free
can't
money.
imagine it is.
It's free money.
so?
It's free money, but just don't get it because as soon as you think it's free money, and then
Right.
the Bengals
Right,
are so bad. They're so bad. Like
miserable.
they should lose by 40. They should lose this game by 40, and it should not have opened at 10.5 down to 9.5 now. Period. I don't know. Stay out. Stay away. Goodbye. Sorry. Goodbye. Good luck. Good riddance. Next game up on tap. Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. UC Davis Aggies.
Oh boy.
You know where I wanted to go, Max. You know I wanted the damn Rainbow Warriors. They kicked us in the fucking teeth, man. They won. They had the game against UC Riverside 39.5 minutes and let it slip through their fingers at the. I mean, they had a damn 20-point lead for crying out loud. Just absolute full send melt on the part of the Warriors. Aggies have been solid in this spot, man, but pretty much these two teams they're almost identical in this spot. So this is kind of a hard stay away for me and just maybe not even enjoy this. Just fucking cross this one off the damn slate.
So it looks like UCD 74% of bets, 86% of money, dude.
Feels right.
It's not at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. at night. That's what's keeping me away from it. Kind of jokingly, not kind of jokingly. Because if this one was at 11 p.m., dude, I'd be all the way in. I'd be all the way in again.
I think I would too. I think UCD is a setup, but with getting smacked in the mouth by Hawaii my last time out, I can't do it. Belmont, Tennessee Tech, no thanks. SIU, Edwardsville, Murray State, nah. Mississippi State made a tip it tight against Arkansas. Was interested in laying the 5.5 with the Must Bus on their home hardwood, but not the picture of consistency lately for them old Razorbacks. So I'm staying out of that one. Anything for you?
I was kicking it back and forth, dude, because I like Mississippi State. They're brutal on the road, though.
It's not good on the road.
Playing better lately, but I don't know. Stay
Yeah,
away, I think.
yeah, that's where it was too. Because I was like, damn, actually Mississippi State could probably cover that, but they're just not good on the road, man. If anywhere, you got to back them at home. Next one up, Pac-12, stay out of it. Oregon laying 3 on the road to Utah. Utah Utes, man. I don't get that because they just baked the pickles off of Oregon State, but then is that just a case of Oregon State being shitty? Like, Oregon is now just all of a sudden showed up here at the end of the year. Like, I don't know. I don't know what this game is, and I don't care to deduct any type of Pac-12 play. I am good.
It pisses me off because that feels like it should be a no-brainer, right? But
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Give me Oregon minus the 3, and it just fuck. Sac State against Portland State, good. EWU against Southern Utah, good. UC Irvine Northridge, the Matadors. No good. CSU Bakersfield, CSU Fullerton, good. Zaga against BYU. BYU getting 12.5 against the Zags at home. I'm good. Fuck that. UCLA, Arizona State. Too many points to lay with UCLA, 11.5. But Arizona State, you got a death wish if you're thinking about putting your bankroll on them. Like, just forget that. And then last one up on tap. No real value in it. Loyola Marymount and St. Mary's. That does it. All 149, my friends.
Hey.
Okay. So, quickly, before we do a little bullshit, we'll talk a little UFC, we'll talk a little outstanding nonsense, we'll get the fuck out of here. Let's revisit these real quick, partner.
Yeah.
If you want to pull up those money and bet splits, and I'll pull up some trends here, too, so we can kind of double team these and kind of handicap them together. South Carolina plus the 7.5. Staying around that number? Are we still there? What are bet and money splits looking like?
Staying right there. 57% of bets on Tennessee, 65% of money.
Okay. Vol 7-1 against the number last 8, following an ATS loss. 5-2 against the number last 7 road games. Gamecocks 8-3 ATS last 11 home games. 4-9 ATS last 13 as a home dog. 5-12 ATS last 17 Saturday games. 1-4 ATS last 5 as a dog. So a little bit more risky.
I don't know if I trust. I mean, their home games that they've been taking care of, it's kind of the bottom of the pack of the SEC, right?
Yeah, so don't necessarily trust them as much as we did. I like that because we really trusted them at the beginning, and now we revisit it. Not as much. Not as much. Okay, so we'll cross off SC.
I would still lean to that, but as far as putting money down, no.
As far as let's build a little parlay here. Let's do a little parlay action. So, next one up, we wrote down Rutgers plus the 2. That one is at what do we got as far as bet splits, money splits, partner?
Back to freaking 1.5, dude. It looks like plus 1.5, 78% of bets and 83% of money on the Spartans.
If you're comfortable with it, dude, I believe I can get all the way in the boat with that one. I'm scrolling down trying to find me. Yeah, down to +1.5. I'll look at the trends. You know me. I'll always whip out a few trends, see if we got anything we need to note here.
I mean, if it's not Rutgers, what are we talking about with this spread, man?
Yeah, what are we talking about? What are we doing? Spartans 1-4 ATS last 5, falling straight up a win. 1-4 ATS last 5 is a fave. Scarlet Knights 8-1 ATS last 10 as a home dog. 4-1 ATS last 5 as a dog overall. 4-1 ATS last 5 home games.
Because that's a different story, right? It's really that they lost to Maryland last home game, but Maryland's just been a team where you just don't know what you're getting, right? And aside from that, that's a different story. They've taken care of good teams at home.
If it's not Rutgers, what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing exactly here? What are we doing?
I'm in.
Rutgers +1.5, 100%.
Yep.
100%. I almost like the money line. I like where your head was there. I know what you were about to say, but
then you said +1.5, and
just be cool. Yep. Just be cool. So +1.5. Just be cool. All right. Next one up, that was just kind of a lean for me. The Middle Tennessee money line. We don't have to do that. That'll be my own little side fucking deal. I'll write that over here. Stetson and Central Arkansas. The over 147. Our guy Sean Murphy's play over 147.5.
Any idea what conference that is?
That is the Mid-American fucking Conference. Wait, come on, what the fuck? Stetson, come on. ASUN, it's the ASUN.
ASUN, okay.
Mr. Murphy says, confident off back-to-back wins. I certainly expect Stetson to go along for the ride in this one. So Central Arkansas hasn't come close to slowing down opposing offenses here at home, and we should see more of the same on Saturday. Note that Stetson hasn't actually been a slightly better offensive team on the road compared to at home this season, averaging over 71 points per game on better than 45% shooting on the road. The door should be wide open for it to improve on those numbers. Take the over with confidence. Yeah, I mean, I'm averaging over 90 points per game on just shy of 49% shooting for the old Hatters. I'll look at a couple of key trends. You got any splits over there, or are there no splits at all in this one?
As far as the total, 58% of money on the over, 42% obviously on the under. Don't see any bet splits.
Okay, so it would be like the sharper, more money coming in on the over. Is what
Correct.
You're saying? Okay. So 315 Tipperoonie on this one. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, up to 148.5, partner. The overs.
Feeling it?
Over 7-1. Hatters last 8 is a favorite. 13
I
and
like
6
what you're saying.
last 19.
We're essentially just trusting this guy's word because I truly have no idea.
That's what I'm saying. That's I don't either. But so we can add it on there, and if we have enough to where we're like, we don't need to have that one on there, we can take it off. But it's just an awful fucking random middle of nothing ASUN Stetson Central Arkansas game. That's like, why do you what? Huh?
Right.
It's up to 148. So and then also kind of back your mind. Overs 5-0 in Central Arkansas's last 5 overall. 5-0 their last 5 as a dog. 5-0 their last 5 as a home dog. 4-0 their last 4 Saturday games. 5-0 in their last 5 home games. 6-1 their last 7 following an ATS win. And 37-18-1 their last 56 following a straight-up loss. So huge rebound team. Yeah, I'll keep it on there just in case we don't find it, but I like that. The U versus UVA, the under 127.5. That was one that really jumped out at us there. Still kind of feels good in my mind, partner. What are we looking as far as splits?
It's fallen even lower. It looks like it depends where you're seeing it. I'm seeing 127.5 and 126.5 in some other spots. Mm-hmm. Looks 99% of bets and 97% of money on the under, partner. Eesh. So they are. I mean, the movement is reflecting that.
Do you trust that though? Yeah, fucking
under 11. Is this a sharp trap?
I don't know.
But like I said, because Virginia's defense is still very good. It's their offense that isn't the same this year. Their defense, like I said, 62-51, 46-44, 56-46, 59-50. The fifth game going back, Miami won 54-48. So, I mean, good grief, man. They ain't cracking 60.
Bro, the under, what is that? That's 8? The under 7-1 in the last 8 meetings between these two. Fucking 8-2 in the last 10. Under's 11-5 in the Hurricanes' last 16 as a road dog. 6-1 their last 7 overall. 5-0 in their last 5 as a team with a winning straight-up record. Under's 4-1 in the Cavs' last 5 home favorite games. 4-1 their last 5.
Virginia helps me too, dude.
Under 4-1 their last 5 home games. Under 6-2 in their last 8 home games with a team with a winning straight-up road record. I just think the books kind of fucked this one up. I don't know.
I
Like
think so too.
how low can you? I don't think.
Well,
because
Miami's totals are typically higher than that, but I feel like you could trust that Virginia defense the way they play against this team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, we'll keep that one on there too. I like that as well. And then the next one we said potentially SMU, but that was kind of more of a heavy lean.
That one feels like a toss-up to me.
Yeah. Is there any money or anything you can see on that one?
Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see. SMU 83% of bets, 97% of money.
Up to +2 as well. So let's avoid that. So stay away there. Cornell -2 was another one we liked. That one is right below there, 5 p.m. Central. They are.
All I see is 68% of bets on Penn.
The line is now up to 2.5 in favor of Cornell. Cornell once again 8-0 straight up, 6-0 ATS on or at home, 3-8 straight up, 4-7 ATS for the Quakers on the road. The Quakers once again as a road puppy dog. They are 1-4 ATS in that spot. 1-4 ATS last 5 road games. Cornell 4-0 ATS last 4 as a favorite. 6-0 ATS last 6 as a home favorite. 6-0 ATS last 6 home games. 14-3 ATS last 17 overall. 7-3 ATS last 10 Saturday games. Once again, home team 4-1 ATS last 5 meetings. Favorite 4-0 ATS last 4 meetings.
I'm interested. So devil's advocate here. Main concern, Penn has won each of the last 4, but they were 4.5, 11, 5, and 7.5 point favorites in all of those matchups. And now they're just different Pooches. Cornell team.
Yeah, and now they're the dogs, and I think there's a very key reason for that. So, yeah, with them covering in 5 out of the last 6 meetings, that just fits, especially with them being the dog now. Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, I really like Cornell. And Cornell's been really good to me as of late. So, if you don't bet on the Big Red, fuck you.
So, are we taking them? I mean, we got the angle. These both teams both played last night. Penn is the one traveling, though.
I like it. I like Cornell -2.5.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
I do. Okay. And then two more that we had that we were kind of questioning. So we'll look. This one was a total. This was the Dartmouth and the Brown. This one was just kind of a like, hey, what the hell? These guys are playing back-to-back. Shouldn't this go under? 129.5 looks like on FanDuel from 131. You got any splits over there, partner?
No, I do not. No splits at all on the total here.
Let's see if there's any key trends. A lot of over trends for Dartmouth. It's kind of a toss-up for Brown. Let's see. Under 5-2 in Big Green's the last 7, following a straight-up loss. Under 6-2 in the Bears' last 8 home games. 16-7-3 their last 26 Saturday games. 4-1 is the under. Their last 5 is a favorite. 5-1 their last 6 is a home favorite. Feels like it's just kind of like, hey, we're trying to play the fucking spot, right? Okay.
Yeah, I don't like it enough.
Yeah, I don't either. Okay, so we'll cross that one out. And then the other one, Old Dominion. This is the one, like, if not Old Dominion, what the fuck are we doing here, right? This was the one against Western Kentucky.
I believe you are correct. Let me pull it up here.
And Western Kentucky was they just burned me against Charlotte. Charlotte 2-point home dogs, and Western Kentucky beat them by double digits, and now they're a 1-point favorite against Old Dominion, who's ranked below Charlotte in Conference USA. What are we talking about?
I think I like Old Dominion. I don't see any bets and money splits at all on this one is the only problem, but regardless.
I got toppers are 1-4-1 ATS their last 6 overall. 1-4 ATS last 5 is a favorite. 3-7 ATS last 10 falling a straight up win. 4-9 ATS last 13 falling an ATS win. Old Dominion, nothing right there. I'm sure I could find something on OddsShark though. The dog is 5-0 ATS last 5 meetings between these two. And then you mentioned it a little earlier, partner. Old Dominion, as far as historically wise, like they typically handle business against Western Kentucky, no?
Last 5 games. So going back to 2019, 3 out of the last 5, and the 2 losses were a 2 and a 3-point loss. And Western Kentucky was 5 and 7-point favorites in each of those games as well.
And Old Dominion has not lost at Old Dominion against Western Kentucky since March 9th of 2018.
I like it.
You down?
I like it.
Old Dominion plus the 1. I like that as well, my friend. Okay, so we got all the legs. That's all we had on there. So let me add that on there.
What about Wright State?
Oh shit, that was the last one. I wrote it all the way down here below it. I didn't see it. Okay, hold on. We'll go to that one too. I totally forgot. Hold on. Let's see. 6 o'clock. Where the fuck is that? Where's that? Why am I not seeing Western Kentucky? Old Dominion. There we go. +1.5. All right. Now, back up to Wright State, Oakland. Oh, shit. Wright State has flipped to the favorite. That's right. Should we just do Wright State money line and just do it with confidence just because of that? Like, it's that spot? I do, too.
I freaking love it. I think I'm playing that one straight, too.
I love it as well. I really do, especially with that spot. And I don't know why I didn't have the confidence to bring the spot to the show. Like, I knew that was going to happen, and I was just like, bro, if I do this, like, this line movement won't happen, like, whatever. And then, like, the line movement happened, so now we're fucking good. So, I say to you, my friends. Oh, no way. Did that fucker not go over? No way. That fucking USA-Russia hockey game didn't go over.
Oh, really?
You have got to be kidding. What, did they not score any more games or any goals the rest of the game? Bunch of fucking bums. Okay, yeah, I'm out of the hockey. Those were my two shots. I'm out for the foreseeable future. I was just being a degen on those. Okay, so
5-0. They must have took one away.
What the fuck?
Didn't I say 5-1?
Yeah, you did say 5-1. What the hell?
I don't know.
Okay, let's see here. Rutgers plus the 1.5.
Yep.
The over 148.5. Oh, let's hold on. Okay. Cornell minus 2.5 for sure. Old Dominion plus 1.5 for sure. And Wright State money line. Now the two totals: the under 126 Miami and Virginia, and the over 148.5 Stetson and Central Arkansas.
I'm good with everything. Are we sticking with that Stetson? I think the only one. Yeah.
What do you? Oh, the Stetson over 148.5.
Are we sticking with it?
Yeah, I mean it's gone up a point, and like that's the most random game on the. That's the most random game on the slate for Sean Murphy to fucking target. And I respect the shit out of what he does.
Right.
So
let's do it.
Let's do the over. Okay, so literally, my friends, we put together a parlay here. $5 is going to win you $226.11 on FanDuel Sportsbook. So we got a nice little parlay cooked up here. I will say so myself. So I'm going to lock it in right here, right now. And I also like that Wright State as an additional little sprinkle. Why is my location not verified? Oh, all of a sudden my location's not verifying. Maybe these fuckers know we're about to bankrupt the shit out of them. Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? My location just isn't locked.
UConn, totally different track here, but UConn down to +4 against Villanova.
Really? Wow. Okay, so there you go. There you have it. The TTL Cruise back ass of the show. Are we still in agreement? Some of the things we liked. Parlay. Rutgers plus 1.5. Cornell minus 2.5. Actually, I'll just fucking write these down real quick so you can see them in the damn ticker. I'll do it like this. The old
Saturday Singer parlay.
Oh, how about that? Rutgers plus 1.5. We got Stetson v. Central Arc, say over 148.5. Then we also got the under 146.5 in MIA v. Notre Dame. No, Virginia. They just played. And then under 146, or what is that at? 126.5? Yeah, I still like that a lot. Holy cow. And then Cornell minus 2.5. Then the Old Dominion Monarchs plus 1.5, and then the Wright State Raiders money line. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I missing? What am I missing?
Cornell, Old Dominion?
No, it's up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's all up there. Got them. Got them. They're in the ticker. Everything's set to rock and roll. There you go. There you have it. It's locked in my stuff. And speaking of locked, all of my UFC plays have been locked in as well, my friends. Locked those bad boys in last night because I was thinking we were going to see some movement, and boy, oh boy, have we ever. So get on in. My man Joe Gravel was all about it. He gave me a couple of standing O claps there, so apparently we're lining up. Apparently I'm not as dumb as I look from the last two outings on Saturdays here. I'm loving it. I think one of my favorites, honestly, and I'll just kind of give this out, the opening fight of the night, Malcolm Gordon. Everybody and their dogs are all over. Who the hell is he fighting again? So I can tell you accurately. Dennis Bondar. Yeah, and this is actually Dennis Bondar's UFC debut. And any guy that's a minus 300 favorite in their UFC debut, you can pound fucking sand. I don't need any of that. No way, no how. I don't care. I wrote a lot about it too, but they're pretty much everywhere I could read last night. Because what I do is I look line movement, I look at Tapology, I also look at ESPN, I look at fight stats, I look at a lot of stuff. But then I also read a handful of articles like not only like Cage Side Press and MMA Junkie, but I also read like Doc Sports and the Stat Zone and like what they think as far as a betting perspective as well. Like, I'm not the end all fucking be all. I don't know. Sure. So let me see where the heads are. And everything I pulled up was that Dennis Bondar is going to run through Malcolm Brown and he has the glassest chin on the planet. And if it's that easy for 5 separate fucking people to write the exact, literally the exact same thing, it's not that easy. I can promise you it's not that easy. So I love Malcolm Brown as a punt, half-unit punt to start the card. Plus 245 odds. I think we're going to start it off hot.
The way of deducting, you think those people think it should be, well, cause if it's that easy, it should be like -4 or 500, right? And I think what you're saying is it probably should be around plus 200, if not lower than that, or closer to a pick'em even.
Closer to a pick'em even. Closer to a pick'em even is what I'm thinking. So you're getting some solid value. So that's one of the 4 money line plays. Only one of them is favored odds, so we got some solid plus money paulies, and then we got 3 prop plays this week as well. All 3 of them are method of victories. 2 unanimous decisions, 1 KO TKO. But I'll go ahead and let you read through those to see what's going down. But I think, my friends, after I went through it, and I also broke down all the other fights on the card too. So 6 other fights that I didn't have action on that I broke down as well if you want to get involved. But I decided not to get involved. One of those being Jack Hermanson against Sean Strickland. Love both of those guys. I love the Joker, and I love Sean Strickland even more. If you know me, and I'm sure you do by watching the show by now, his off-the-wall, not give a fuck, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to be Sean Strickland at the end of the day. Like how I live, I'm going to be Colton Soroke at the end of the day, and y'all Kapow fucking saying, if you don't like it, don't tune in. I don't give a damn. That's how he lives his life, and I absolutely love it. So I can't wait to tune into this shit, man. Sean Strickland, he was giving some of the media guys some shit. Oh, here he is. Let's see. Hey, our guy, Chris Lawrence. What's up, my man? Appreciate you stopping by. This was the guy I was telling you about, Mags, our new member of the TTL squad.
Shout out.
He watched the Yanni the Greek Wise Words episode, said, thanks for doing the interview. Hey, our pleasure, my man. We're a little late breaking. We're working on trying to get a guest secured for Season 2, Episode 10. We got one more episode before we get into Season 3, take a little bit of break. But with Super Bowl and shit.
Tough sled, man.
Hey, there's kind of been some nuts, so we'll have to talk about it here at the end. But there you go. There you have it. Let's see. Outside of that, nothing major. Yeah, stop by the UFC blog. I'll retweet it from the Talking the Line page so you guys can see a refresher of that as well. What else? Am I missing anything, partner? I don't know. We just ran 149 fucking games. I think it's time to kick the feet up and watch some action.
Honestly, I'm thinking so. I'm trying to watch this, or at least keep an eye on this Illinois-Indiana game. But, I mean, a little bit of NBA action. Typically, I don't dive into that until right about after this show, as far as Saturdays. But, yeah, outside of that, I mean, it is college basketball central today, if you ask me, my man. And probably tomorrow, honestly. I didn't check out tomorrow's slate, but I have to imagine there's probably a nice chunk of games tomorrow, too.
Yeah, as far as I know, I was looking a little bit ahead, and yeah, as far as I know, there's still some solid shit. So yeah, we got.
Psych, we're gonna be here for another hour and a half talking about those games.
Let's go! No bullshit. No, I'm done. I'm good to go. We got 2 hours under the hood on this one. I'm ready to kick back and relax. These are my weekends where I don't have cleaning and prepping and all type of bullshit to go on. So I am ready.
Chris.
Hey, thank you, Chris. We appreciate the fuck out of you, man. You're the man. And hey, all you out there, hey, that's what we say. Jump in the live chat. We'll fucking talk with you. We appreciate you guys. We like to connect with you. We're not some fucking...
Oh, we're only going to connect with your fucking blue check marks because we only know what the fuck we do, and nobody else can fucking tell us. What do you know, Max?
fucking bullshit.
That was like 10% Dr. Evil right there. What the most...
I just watched some fucking bullshit motherfuckers. Yes, I'm just like... It's okay, Max. It's okay, Max. We're millionaires. They just ain't paid us yet. Let's keep it moving, keep it grooving. We'll keep the good energy and the good vibes, the positivity, everything moving, and they can just keep all that negative bullshit. How about that? Outside of that, last final check. Nothing here. One final time. To all of you out there, beautiful people. To me, to you over there, partner. Appreciate the hell out of you being here every morning with me. Let's take a nice little sipski, and we'll do the formalities. Get on up and get on out. Oh, yeah. That's the way to finish it. For the final time of this week, but not for the final time ever, just until we get to see you again on Monday for the Talking the Line pod, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide, from myself and Mags. Thank you so much for choosing to stop by Cup of Joe on campus on this beautiful Saturday of college basketball action. We hope you got some solid value. Hope you had some laughs, got some good energy. We're able to take a little bit of a mental vacation, start your Saturday morning slow. Thanks to all you guys that decided to stop by. Your support, your views, your likes, your shares, your comments, your retweets. Everything in between, man. We appreciate each and every one of you, and it's because of you that we keep doing this every single day. So we'll keep showing up. We'll keep pumping out the content. You guys just keep coming around. We promise we got your back. So outside of that, have a spectacular rest of your Saturday, unless you have any other plans. Make sure you get all of our best bets of the day, my UFC plays, and anything else Mags might add to his card today hammered in so you can say right with us at the end of every single piece of content we do. Let's cash some tickets.